You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Welcome to soundboard.
Way to go.
It's a group effort.
Finally.
All right. Well, we are at episode 20 of the Weekly Rogues Gallery. Thanks everybody who happens to be stopping in to check it out today. And we got a whole new show format we're trying out here. And with me is my co-host, Professor Savage Dad. How are you doing this weekend, my friend?
Oh, not too bad. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm glad the end of the week is here and we get to talk about some interesting topics tonight. I think everybody will be excited to hear about what Dick's Disney and druggies, as I said earlier. I think I can't wait to get into this stuff tonight and get our panelists up here, man.
All right. Well, speaking of, who do we got up first? I believe it looks like she's ready to be added to the stage here any second.
She's always ready to be added to the stage.
I'm like, what, me?
Yeah, I wanted to wait for you to be looking away. So,
oh, great.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
Evening, Selena.
How are you guys?
Oh,
Good.
pretty good. How you doing?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, now I can. There was like a weird little cutoff there for a second, but
it's probably my
I'm ready for the
microphone.
weekend too. So, let's see who else do we got waiting to come in. I think we got another panelist ready to join. It's RedStrider. What's going on, man?
So am I an activist now? Is that how this works?
Somebody
Even
gave
though
him
I'm
the quiz this week.
I'm pasty white as that woman's dad. What's up, everybody? Happy to be here.
Evening, Strider.
Okay. So according to Disney, she's not quite as up to par as far as the DEI standards go, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
No.
And we've got another panelist making his comeback. It's Nemesystemic. How's it going, man?
What's going on, everyone? It's your favorite creative disaster. Failure Savant. Finally got the show up and going. Been streaming for the past couple weeks. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's been what, like you were gone for what,
Yeah.
4 months? Something
3.
like that? 3? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's half a pregnancy.
Well, no, a trimester.
Oh man, so many jokes going through my head with that, but I got to be careful. We're not on Rumble exclusively, so I don't know how that'll work out. Something involving Planned Parenthood came to mind.
I didn't quite make it to the 15 weeks.
Just biding time. And let's see who else we got waiting to come in. Vagabond, what's going on, dude?
Good. Just got off of work. Got some videos to make this weekend and watching all the drama unfold on Twitter.
Awesome. Now,
So much of it.
we do have a special guest making their very first appearance on the show. So let's go ahead and bring him in. Dermy Wermy.
Wait, what? Me? What?
Wait, hold on. Get the right button.
What? Hello? Hello? Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me now?
Say now. No, I can never hear you. You need to be closer to me, Prof. Come on. Here, little buddy.
Hi.
Hello, Dermy.
Hey, Dermy.
Hi, Dermy.
I need me to get
Put him right.
even closer.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Put 'em on
I
top.
was,
Right
I was
underneath you.
happy there for a moment. I had tits and an awesome man next to me. Now I have. Oh, well, now I'm
Now
at
you
the
have
very
nothing.
bottom. Yeah.
Taking it all away again, Dermy. You don't get to have
Hello.
it.
Listen,
Was
they
it
said I
us
had to
you're
try to be.
looking for?
Listen, they said something about being professional on the show, and I was like, wait, you invited me here, and you think I'm going to be professional ever?
Yeah, you know what, Jack? We made a mistake. We were trying to do the professional thing, and yeah, I agree with Dermy.
Yeah, it went to shit within 30 seconds. Jack's like, who are these motherfuckers?
No, but I'm
did.
at least happier. I've cracked open a beer. I've watched the last episode of Doctor Who for this season, and
Oh,
it was all
Why?
pointless because I review it, and I like poking the nests. I like
Why?
because it gets me views.
Why?
Views.
That's
That's
why.
really the only reason to watch any of this bullshit now.
Yeah. I can save everybody a bunch of time and money and energy.
Hey,
The
you know what?
entire
You
big
can-
mystery
you
was
can take my
pointless.
view. You can take my
I was
view instead
wondering.
of giving it to the network, sir. You're doing the Lord's work. Godspeed.
I know, and Yingling soothes my soul. So
ooh, there we go. I love a good Yingling. I miss them being out west again.
Mm.
Ugh.
hey, they're in Kansas. I'm happy. But
Well-
hey, how are you guys all doing? You know.
Oh,
Good.
pretty ready for the weekend. Got a few things to talk about tonight. So I guess we ought to get into the first topic here.
Hold on. First, everybody
Oh.
watching, chat, please click the like, share this out, hit the sub, drop some comments, and everybody who's lurking, anybody who's not, in chat right now, jump in, say something, say hi, let us know. We'll be bringing up chat throughout the show.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here
Oh,
trying
and
to do a
don't-
professional show here, and
link.
I forgot like all of my talking points right off the
That's
bat.
fine. Also,
This is why you don't. This is
Streamlabs
why you don't
link.
try to be professional. You just try to be fun.
we can do both of those things a little bit, ever so slightly. But hey, don't forget that Streamlabs link up there at the top of the, or Streamelements link, sorry, at the top of the chat there. And also, if you've got any memes for the show, please drop them in the thread in Twitter or use the hashtag RG memes.
Absolutely,
There
we'll
we
share
go. I
those
got
throughout
feel
the
out of
show.
way, guys. Let's get into this
So-
shit.
Well, we'll take a few minutes and see who all we got in the chat here first. We've got Drunken Emerald Arrow. What's going on, man? How's it going? One of our regular guests on the show and a recent mod as well. Devil-Eyed Elvis. What's going on, man? D-Day McLean. Late and fucking gay. Absolutely.
Is there any better way to
The
be?
only way.
That's right, everybody. Let's get gay, except for Lulu.
And
Yeah.
Gal is
What's up,
here.
Nick?
I see you ignoring my comment.
Oh, shit,
Dermy, in the thumbnail.
Gal,
Huh?
evening gal.
Oh, his thumbnail. I was
Somebody
like,
got
I did the
coffee.
thumbnail correctly.
Can never please women.
No, you can't.
Hey, if
And the
you don't like
legendary
me,
Master
I made you
Hobo is
earlier.
joining us too. We've got Kel. What's going on, man?
Hey.
Let's see.
Hi, Kiel.
And we'll
You
see
need
if
to say his
anybody
name
else,
right. It's Kiel. Like
Kiel?
Like Kyle. Like Kyle. Oh, you know how
Kyle.
Cartman says
Yeah.
Kyle on South Park?
Cal.
Kiel.
Cal.
Kiel.
I'll work on that for
Kiel.
sure.
Kiel.
We just need a sound clip of it. Let's just clip it and put it on the board.
Yes.
What are you, my next door neighbor?
It's all them black folks not changing.
You know
their,
what? I hope
Not
I
even
hope
kidding.
Katie,
That's exactly
I hope
what it
Katie
is.
Hobbs gets another freaking election cycle as governor just because you keep pressing that goddamn smokestack button.
Yeah, I'll be fucking gone. She can have this,
You see,
this desert wasteland.
I hate that button so much, but at the same time, I can't wish that on my worst enemies. Just like I can't wish Amanda Steinberg on my worst enemies.
Amanda
love
Stenberg is her own worst enemy. Let's be perfectly honest.
I reacted to
Her
that
parents
song.
should be arrested for naming her that.
Let's go ahead.
That's literally, that name is a fucking typo. Like they were
Yeah.
drunk in the hospital and somebody
Yeah.
added a couple extra letters to it. That's the only way she ended up with that.
Well, it's like a hippie
Now,
being
which
called.
oh,
Ray.
you're talking about the chick who did the dancing video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know how to pronounce her name. Honestly, I'm not paying attention to that show really, other than how bad it's doing. To be honest, so I didn't even know the names of any of the cat. I know that there's a guy from Squid Games in it, right?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
his
it's
that
about
is his
the-
God-given legal name. Yes, Squid Game guy.
Guy
Squid
from
Game guy. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
he
what it's
learned
translated
English
from
just to
Korean.
play be in Star Wars and to be in this
They
horrible Star
put him
Wars
in that
show.
poor.
Oh, this is what you learn English for? Oh God,
He
poor
just
guy.
they just told him Star Wars, and he's like, "I'm down." Little did he know.
That's
Yep. Little did he know.
And they got him
Oh.
trapped here now with the visa.
it's like, please send me back to Korea. I'll settle for North Korea. Just get me out of Disney.
Disney's like, "No."
Well, before we
It's
get
either
too
this or you
far,
go on the small world ride. It's a
before we get too
tiny,
far into the
tiny
Disney
world.
topic, let's talk about our favorite Dick, that being Dax Dick Masterson.
I'm not
and-
ready.
he's not a
There's
good
no
dick.
lube on this. I'm not ready for this dick.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
That
haven't
one
had a
doesn't
bad
need
dick.
lube, bro. Micro peens don't need lube.
No, he does for the dildo that goes up his ass.
You mean the Baldo?
The
Well, that
Juju
too.
cow.
Is that before or after he puts on the Juju costume?
Listen, I gotta be
Always
real
after.
honest.
Always.
I never knew Juju the cow was like. I thought that was just a nickname given to him. I didn't know that there was a whole lore and like stuff like that
Oh,
behind
dude.
it. I did not realize that was his actual persona. I thought it was just a nickname.
Oh my god.
And then I
People
watched
call
Oh my
me
Kino
word.
Casino.
Sturgis.
Those
Juju the
Kino
cow is quite,
chats
quite real.
hurt my soul.
Now,
I have less testosterone after listening to those.
Oh,
you can just check out the casino for all the lore on that. Go through the backlog.
hope you have a strong
Now, I guess in
stomach.
the last 24 hours or little more, a little less, give or take, it looks like how many tweets have been deleted according to Social Blade? 11,229.
Why?
Because he's
If I'm
afraid.
reading that
Bought for
correctly.
that.
Because he a pussy.
Wow.
He is a pussy.
Well,
A bussy.
yeah, he talks a big game, but he can't put up. He's a fucking pussy.
Yeah,
Like
he just
I
deleted a lot of shit.
when I was first introduced to Dick Masterson, and obviously through Nick, I thought, hey, you know what? Might find him abrasive. He's not for me, but you know, he likes free speech.
Oh, you
The more I
sweet
learned
summer
about him.
child.
No,
The more I
he
learn
likes
about him,
his
the more I'm
own,
like, yeah.
own free speech. That's about the extent of it.
Mm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he
You
just
know
wants
what? I
to
don't-
do
I-
whatever the fuck he wants.
I normally sit here and go like, I don't condone people acting like fucking jackasses on, you know, trying to get other people canceled or anything like that. But I think Pod Awful did the right thing getting that fucking Pizza Hut commercial taken down.
I didn't even know that existed until I saw it on Casino, and I about died
Same.
laughing. It's like, that's your claim to fame?
dude.
A gay director? Are you kidding me?
That
This is
never
great.
hit
It's
the-
clandestine.
That never came out.
That wasn't even
Biggest thing ever.
That's
And
just
why did
him
it not come
Friday.
out? Because he dropped a hard R.
That's right.
Free speech bit him in the ass. Love it.
Right after going, well, it didn't come out because he dropped the hard R and he got Pod Awful's Patreon shut down because Pod Awful did a racist joke. So then Pod Awful's like, okay, we'll just, here you go, Pizza Hut.
Here you go.
Tit for tat. Just gonna say, suck.
So, what do you think could have led to the deleting of mass tweets in this short amount of time?
More than likely, somebody said that he can't actually sue anybody, and it might actually be that he could very easily get sued himself
Mm-hmm.
with some of the things that have been said. Let's
Some
be
of the
fair
threats
here.
that were made too.
Some of
Yeah.
the threats, some of the things.
I think also too the what was it? Was it the Vito? Not Vito's, but Riley's or whatever.
Yeah.
Got is his? I guess the police are looking through his tweets or something or that or his phone. So
Mhm.
Right.
So
Well,
something-
they are working in conjunction and at the orders and behests of Eric July. That's a proven fact. And Eric
Yeah.
July
Yeah, the
also
police are
planted
actually-
We knew that.
paraphernalia in certain people's houses. You know.
Injecting certain 9-year-olds with cocaine over the course of
Right, right.
many months.
Dude,
Yeah.
this is stuff that goes way too deep. I'm you know what? I'm just gonna go back to Iowa because they've been getting a crap ton of rain, and I hear they need some docks lifted up. So
maybe it's like a tooth fairy situation. Eric just like came through the chimney and some shit and like planted everything.
Up a clause.
Mary
June
Get all over your house.
Rip a claws. Legion of Memers, please do your thing. Make it happen.
Just hide your teeth as they fall out under your pillow, and Rippo will give you a crack rock under the next one.
No,
Hide your
no, you just
hair.
you put a piece of the road under your pillow.
You see, now you're on to something.
Hmm.
There you go.
Man.
crack missing June.
Now this is who broke the news was Rippaverse Goalposts with let me see if I can make that a little bigger. Or I
Something
think
Riley's
that's-
never heard.
Something he's never tried.
There we go. So someone is taking their attorney's advice and deleting hundreds of posts that can be used against them in court.
Huh.
CC
Yep.
49, 426, then 91.
I wonder.
And
if,
remember, this is just over the course of a couple hours,
That's
one
it.
evening.
I wonder if he got to
How?
those before the police who have Riley's phone managed to record them and the DMs, which she should really be worried about.
Yeah.
Well,
Yee.
that's the thing. You can't really get rid of anything.
No.
I mean, they
No.
were able to.
JackTarLad
it-
proves that enough.
Yeah, and then if you've been watching the Fannie Willis or Big Fat Fanny, I call her, trial, they were able to track down Wade's visitations from the GPS locations and stuff.
Mhm.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen,
interesting.
you are walking around with a spy device that monitors your each and every movement and every word you think, or not, well, probably think nowadays.
No, literally, I get advertisements for stuff I think about now, and it's uncanny. I don't know how it's possible. It's probably just a recency bias or whatever. But yeah, sometimes I'll get ads for stuff. I'm like, I could probably use that, but I haven't said it. But I've thought about it, and all of a sudden it shows up.
You sure you
I
don't
don't know.
already have that Elon
Scroll
Musk
again.
Neuralink somewhere there, Strider?
Maybe that's a
trust
side
Neuralink
effect of
more than
Neuralink,
Apple.
short term. Yeah. Honestly, I would trust Neuralink more than Apple. However, as long as Elon's in charge of Neuralink, but not
True.
even then. But but all it takes is someone else who buys him out or leverages him and into the
Eats him
sticks.
out?
Every
Um,
time, like, I think of the concept of Neuralink, and all I can think of is the South Park movie where they get the chips to stop people from cursing. So every time that Cartman tried to curse, it zapped him.
Right.
Yep.
I'm just thinking the chips from Star Wars that make you follow Order 66.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no, thank you. I don't want to be subjugated to an evil
Didn't we-
emperor. Not even a little bit.
Didn't somebody try that that chip on you, Dermy, to make you stop having gay thoughts, and it didn't work at all, did it?
No, you cannot. You can't pray this gay away. I'm sorry. Okay.
You need to do the Tom Cruise method and keep running.
Yeah, you just keep
Outrun
running.
his gay thoughts.
Listen, I'm not in the closet.
Dermy hasn't been running.
I walk
Maybe that's why.
briskly.
Who the fuck is this queen?
Listen, I'd say a different word, but this isn't my channel, so.
Like how I said earlier, need to get you back in the gym, dude.
Quit taking Gal's side on all this, okay? It's bad enough I always have her chewing me out and saying, quit drinking, quit eating, quit doing all this stuff. Now I have you.
Man.
God damn it.
Quit breathing.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was make a, I was like, I'm going to be nice to Dermy. I could have used the one where you're asleep that everybody memed there for a few months, passed out on your chair. But I was like, I'm going to put him on a gay bodybuilder. I think you'll get a kick out of it. And everybody just immediately dog piles on you. You need to work out, Dermy.
Yeah, immediately, every single time. So, oh, well, I had to watch a manless Steinberg last night. Nothing you guys can say can do as much harm as.
Well, at least then you might lose. You might lose more weight because won't be able to keep down food for the next month.
No, I immediately started questioning life and all life choices. I usually have a rope hanging in the closet right over here, and I said, you know what? This rope isn't going to do enough. I should get some razor wire.
Yeah,
Tiny
Alex
chair
Baldwin's
right under it.
finger held me hostage to watch episode 3.
Oh,
jeez.
So you're
I
actually
put my
watching
channel
that.
through that torture, so I put Ballbusters through that.
the power of many exploitative streams.
Like-
Apparently,
You can't miss out on Alex Baldwin's finger. He never misses.
Absolutely.
He doesn't, and I love him
means
for
two
that.
things.
So dead air.
Well, speaking of that, why don't we go ahead and take a look at that video before we get into the James O'Keefe discussion of the hiring practices at
the
Disney.
Amanda
put me through
Steinberg
this
video?
again.
Wait. Be careful because you can get copyrighted.
I just ate.
For her song?
Yeah, she's going around copywriting people.
You
Yep.
serious?
Yeah,
Well, maybe we'll
break
need
it up enough.
The
We're
one
gonna
thing
look at
she
it
wanted
now.
to go viral, it goes viral for all the wrong reasons. And she's like, no, not that way, because
Yes.
she never thought,
Well, also-
maybe this isn't a good idea. Nobody told her.
Let's see if I can find it here. I had it pulled up.
Also, I know
actually.
that Jack tells us not to talk over each other, but we should talk over this video to help prevent the copyright algorithm.
Yeah. Actually,
Oh,
I
yes.
think what is it? What was it?
I
Was it
preferred on mute, to be honest. Oh my god.
17
Well, if you do the
subsections?
eat that
She's
method, if you
way
do like
better
3
if you
seconds,
look at her.
I mean, she has a nice body and nice
No.
rack, I suppose.
She has a decent pair of
Not
tits.
bad.
That's it. Everything else about her is disgusting.
Well, that's what I mean by nice body, but I'm trying to
This
be
is all
kind.
she does.
Yeah.
This is the only move she does. This isn't twerking. This is just clamping down on your own body, okay? Ow,
Yeah,
fuck!
pretty basic.
I hate you all.
I
West-
just
Keep whispering,
Her-
Doug. What are you doing?
This is my first time.
Just
seeing it.
reading.
like
I'm glad they actually subtitled it.
I know, because nobody
Yeah.
would be able to understand what she's saying.
I just want to point like forget the videography and the trash
What
direction that it went
videography?
with. Well, the 3 different camera angles that or 4 different camera angles that she does, and the random fan that blows in her face from the side profile.
It's just all the hot air from the producer.
Okay,
Be like,
so
"Yeah,
question.
But
Would you-
but I just want I just like just her lyrics are just garbage.
Oh, they're dog shit.
Okay.
Like I
Oh,
forget
yeah.
the beat is mid. The
Yeah.
lyrics are garbage, and I don't know why she decided she needed to go monotone throughout the entire thing. It's
Monotone?
That's what they all do.
Okay.
I was listening to the Arcane
rapping.
soundtrack, and there is so much dynamic music in that. It changes tempo, it changes feel. Like there's different vocalists, they all add their own. And then I listen to this shit, and I'm bored to tears. Like
she makes me
mumblecore
want to go
sounds
listen
more
to Billie
audible than this.
Eilish's breakout album. That's
At
what
least
she
Oh, wait,
Billie
wants.
Eilish
Vagabond,
actually had
what
some
were you gonna
decent-
say, man?
It had a decent Bond song.
Well, would you rather listen to this or Dylan Mulvaney's song that came out?
Oh
not too long
God,
ago?
this every day of the week. Listen, this is
No.
real woman singing.
I
I'll take
choose
Dylan
neither.
Mulvaney over this.
I choose Bleach.
You would choose.
Wait.
Hey, the Bleach
Can I
soundtrack's pretty good.
choose my razor wire?
You could.
You know,
Yeah.
I would not blame you, and yeah.
Imagine calling Trevor Noah a king.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
Oh, I know,
He's
right?
clearly a queen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Get it? Because
How
gay.
dare she
Yeah, well, definitely because
gender
God.
his sexuality?
Police murdering a black boy is part of the list.
What?
I want to die. I hate
White
you
people
all.
cried they could see us as human beings.
So I didn't know
Sorry,
what her
honey.
movie-
We did that back in the 1860s. We did that.
Yeah.
a long
So
time ago?
apparently, I didn't know this. Her movie that she put out was about a black kid getting shot by cops, and people were crying because it was like a dramatic movie. And she only cares that white people were crying, and that was the whole thing. That was her Trevor Noah interview that came back up, and it's like,
oh yeah,
okay, and
oh yeah, there was there was a lot of misconception there. A lot of people fell for it and thought that she was actually talking about Star Wars.
Yes.
I'll admit that when I first saw it, because I never heard of this person before Star Wars, that I thought it was kind of the same thing. And that's the way a lot of people presented it on Twitter as well. So we all kind of fell for that one.
Yeah,
So
we
what
all kind
character
of
she
did,
played?
but she's the main character in Star Wars right now, Osha and May.
Oh,
She
okay.
plays two very unlikable characters. But here's the thing. What I'm going to say is, it doesn't have anything to do with Star Wars. Still means that she's a racist that just cares about white people crying, even though, hi, daddy.
Yeah,
But
no,
we have a
right?
black guy here. Let him
Real
say
daddy issues.
all the fun words.
Yeah. I mean, I'm only worth 3/4, so 3/4 of black man.
More than her.
Well, I mean,
Blacker than any of
she's
us.
only like half.
I hate her voice.
Bitch, you wouldn't know fucking empathy if it came up and slapped your dad across its face with your grandma's tits.
Millionaires are synonymous with knowing empathy, for fuck's sake. And is she like the minimum bar for the color swatch that Disney uses for hiring these days?
Yes, it's like Family Guy. You have like okay, not
just
okay,
gonna bring
all
up
the
that
white, all the white, not okay. Yeah, she is
Not
she
just
is like
color
right in
swatch,
the
but
middle.
also the hair.
Just enough.
Well, also
So-
remember, she is gay. Oh wait, no, she's bi. Oh wait, no, she's pan. Oh wait, no, she's gay. Oh wait, no, she's pan again. She cannot make cannot make up her damn mind. The woman's a Rolodex of different identities. She cannot
This
because she
level
always
of,
she changes her sexuality depending on however the wind blows, and that's not a good place to be.
Imagine basing
So
your
does
entire
the
personality
level of
over who you
gayness-
choose to shag.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
she's more
I mean-
light skinned in this video than she is in Star Wars. So I thought she was a different person.
They probably did something to amplify that for the show.
I would believe that. I would believe that. However, she is kind of darker in real life, so I mean, I don't. Yeah, I think she is just a shade. But also, the whole TV show is shot pretty much with like a black filter over it anyway. It's so dark, so I wouldn't be surprised if everybody there was like 6 shades
Why she have
lighter
to be
than
dark?
That's something I've noticed with all these TV show Star Wars Disney properties. All of the colors, it's very just bland and blah.
Yes,
Because they don't actually care.
The first two shows took place on Tatooine almost exclusively, or another replica of a desert planet. So you kind of got it with the Mandalorian, and it made sense to the fact that you thought that they were kind of going in that old West, spaghetti Western approach. But then you just realize, no, they're just fucking cheap and boring.
Yeah. I remember when the first
Pretty
Avengers movie was accused of being shot like a TV show. And you can definitely see why. It's very bright, very colorful, not a whole lot of dynamics, not a whole lot of shadows, not a whole lot of contrast like you would see in typically like normal film. But it still looked pretty decent, and you could still at least see what was going on. But now a lot of these kind of fantasy sci-fi TV shows, especially if they're made on the cheap, it's not the brighter it is, that somehow the worse it get. I don't understand. Everything just looks so cheap. We'd have no idea where all the money. Oh,
Your face.
Oh, that's a great.
There we
Leave it
go.
right there, Jack. I got to get out my screen cap.
oh.
No, there's a much better face. There's
Got
a
it. We're
much
good now.
better face that she
Is
has.
there?
Yeah, I have my reaction video out there. It did not get copyrighted because every 2 lines I had to pause it and react because it was so bad. And towards like the third part where she's just doing that clam dance over and over again, I just jumped straight through it because it's the same shit over and over and over again for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So I skipped it, when she gets to like saying kids, I paused it perfectly. I actually might still have the picture. I could send it to you. Her tongue's out and she looks fucking retarded as all hell.
Oh, fantastic.
Speaking of retarded as all hell, let's just also point out that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that looked like Jaden Smith for a minute.
It did.
Could it be a psyop? Is this Jaden Smith's coming out party?
Honestly, I kind
Have you seen her and Jaden Smith in the same room together?
So apparently that's how she got. That's how she got started. Actually, I don't remember who I was listening to, but someone said she was dating Jaden Smith for a little bit and was in a movie with him, and used that was her leverage into Hollywood as an adult actress.
No, she was.
So as soon as her career tanks, she's gonna Me Too the hell out of Jaden Smith.
She's making Jaden Smith's mom's proud.
Also, let's just point out the hilarious irony. Saying we don't fuck with your discourse, and yet you're making this video to fuck with our discourse.
Yeah.
To own us. To own the chuds. What?
We don't fuck with your discourse, all while at the same time, if you react to this, you're gonna get copyrighted.
Oh,
there's a good one.
Oh, that's a really good one.
That's a damn good one. Now, I stand by never attack the actors in something that you don't like. It's not their fault. You know, they're doing their job, getting paid, and making the best out of the shitty material they have. I have nothing bad against the chick who played Rose Tico or even what's her name, Ray. But the minute these actors and actresses start opening their mouths and opening themselves up to this kind of criticism, it's like, okay, can take off the gloves and just go to town.
Because they're not saying any of this shit from their characters' mouths. They're saying it from their own mouths. So at that point, all bets are off, which is great because the lady girl who played Rose Tico, Kelly Marie Tran, she was delightful. She was absolutely darling. She was just so excited to be part of Star Wars. And she was so much fun to watch on Instagram. It was like, putting myself in her shoes, I wanted nothing more than to be in her shoes. Unfortunately, The Last Jedi came out. We watched it. We hated it. But same thing with Rey. Daisy Ridley never spoke out against anybody. They both never did. But for some reason, which is to their credit because that kind of shows their quality. But this woman, no.
I'm on board saying, you know what? I'd wife up Daisy Ridley.
I would too.
You know?
Yeah,
she's kind of hot.
But Amanda here went full, Rachel Zegler / Brie Larson.
Oh yeah, I
never go full Brie Larson.
Actually, how many of you guys know this? Because I tweeted this out. So back when the first 2 episodes dropped, I did a tweet saying I'm convinced her little droid thing has a vibration function. It doesn't help that in episode 2, it literally says, "Hey, it's very flexible."
It's also a squirter in episode 4.
Yeah, it's a squirter in episode 4. I'm becoming more and more convinced. Here, actually, I'll pull this up real quick. I'm going to pause this.
The droid
I'm going to pause this and I'm going to share my screen because you
go for it.
Amanda,
you're the special guest. You get some privilege here.
Amanda has 2 Instagram accounts. Share my screen.
Oh, Christ. It's 3 too many.
Yeah, 3 too many. So here, this is her official Instagram account. This is her talking about her burner account where she posts memes and dumb stuff and things like that. Things she thinks are, pro her and funny stuff like that. Just gonna jump over here. Here I am on that account. She posted my tweet on her Instagram account thinking it was pro her.
That's awesome.
I want this to be known. I've had 2 responses from fucking Rachel Zegler. I have
no way.
Yes,
yeah, wait.
I had 2 responses from Rachel Zegler.
Yes.
I am now on Amanda's Instagram page.
Oh, that's amazing.
There you go.
Did she follow you?
No, I wish she did. Like this tweet got nowhere. This tweet that I posted got nowhere. I don't know why she thinks it was pro her.
She's admitting it. It does have a vibrate function, bro. She wants to show you. These girls try to smash on Dermy, bro. Rachel Zegler was about Dermy for a second because she responded to you multiple times. I remember that shit.
What's probably going to happen is they're going to take Dermy's suggestion and wedge it into the show somehow.
They are honestly. They already have. Does anybody remember Solo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would not surprise me if she wants to fuck her droid. It would not surprise me.
Well, apparently she already wants to fuck a Jedi, so despite them having no relationship.
No, she wants to.
She'll have to get
Padawan.
behind.
She wants to
Get in
fuck a
line
Padawan.
behind
They aren't a
Lando.
Jedi yet.
14%? Is that real?
I can't. It's still way too high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be like a 1% or 0. That I was so pissed off by episode 3.
Scooby Doo, yeah.
Well, episode 3 was just. There's no I don't even. I'm in the camp that episode 4 wasn't that bad because nothing happened. Like I get you can
except
tear
for
it apart.
Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Well, yeah. To be fair, when I did my review, I got done recording it. I don't sit once I get my review done. I don't sit through those credits. I didn't know. I just thought, oh, it's the same person from the same race, whatever. Then I got on Twitter. I had to edit my review, and
everything's on fire.
And
what's even creepier is Star Wars Theory actually was covering that, and then he looked up Ki-Adi-Mundi's age on Wikipedia, and then navigated away from the page, and then went back, and they changed it retroactively, Stalin style,
real time during the episode.
Yep.
It's been changing back and forth. I don't know if it has changed. Again.
It doesn't surprise me. Like Wikipedia's been full shill ever since Disney said that the canon or the extended universe wasn't canon anymore.
Right. Well, remember, Wikipedia actually blocked me because they said, because remember when they came out with the pronoun option, everyone's like, what the hell is this? We didn't ask for this. And then I said that same thing, and they blocked everybody who was saying an unkind word about that.
Yeah.
Because what we want to know are Rey's pronouns or Luke's pronouns. We don't really care because Luke's dead and it doesn't matter.
Right.
I'll say it's akin to the same thing with the X-Men 97 where they did the whole thing on Morph. So like everyone's like, okay, well, I ain't watching the show because of Morph or whatever, right? And then, but it turns out that wasn't really in the show. I mean, I didn't watch it yet because I don't have Disney Plus.
I will say that I watched it recently, like earlier this week, and I saw the scene that people talked about, and I'm like, if this is what you're going for, like if this is how you kind of sold it to the higher ups to say, look, we've got something very diverse happening here. It's not. You could blink and miss it for one.
Yeah, it's not even
and
noticeable.
Two, I could see people seeing that vibe, but at the same time, like it doesn't hit. Like if that's if that's what they want to hang their hat on for, oh look, we made the show gay. Well, you really didn't, because most people aren't going to pick that up at all.
Well, the fact that they even made it as subtle as they did and as blink and you miss it as they did is an improvement. Because again, if this had been released 2 years ago, it'd have been like, oh, God, gay, Wolverine, gay.
Oh, they would have done in the shower.
Yeah, they would. They absolutely would have.
Yeah, it's really nothing. If anything, with X-Men, they hit more of the notes on the head during the whole Insurrection episode.
Yes, that was
like, okay,
with that.
But overall, I stand by that show. Hey, they need to bring Bo DeMayo back. But let's get into the meat and potatoes here of the Disney DEI controversy. Now, James O'Keefe broke this story, but did he really break shit? This is all stuff we already knew. He just confirmed it.
What I would say is, as much as he confirmed it, but as much as I love, that Park Place and Chris Gore, their reach is still limited by comparison. So when James O'Keefe comes out and says this, people like Tim Pool are going to run with it. People in the more political spheres are going to be running with it, and they're going to be, spreading it out further and further than what Chris Gore could do. I think Chris Gore did a wonderful job, and his stuff did go really far due to Elon Musk. But like this is still like another level.
Yeah, James O'Keefe, he's followed not only political spheres but also litigative spheres.
Yeah.
So this his stories on breaking other freaking improper hiring practices and stuff like that leads to lawsuits. This will lead to a new lawsuit to Disney, especially since they're still reeling from settling with the state of Florida.
Yep.
To say nothing of Gina Carano's.
They've got the Gina Carano just moved into the process. So go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
I was going to say, because it's funny, Elon Musk reshared this and he happens to be funding Gina Carano's lawsuit. Like this is well timed by James O'Keefe, as he almost always fucking is.
So well timed, it came right after that terrible video too.
Yeah, the music video, all of the controversy with Acolyte. He's like, hey, actually, here, you're calling everybody racists. Let's counter this narrative you're trying to craft really quick, Disney, by dropping this shit all over everywhere, so everyone sees it, that it's unavoidable.
And this poor cuckold schmuck just wanted to get laid. Oh, that's all.
Everybody, dude, James O'Keefe is the honeypot master.
He is.
If you work for a major company that's up to some shady, business practices, discriminatory hiring, and
these corporate guys,
quit
the hot,
meeting people off
the
the
hot
dating
chick
apps.
or the hot gay dude is always James O'Keefe in disguise,
which is hilarious. He basically puts on like the glasses, the nose, and the mustache, and nobody can tell it's him. It's a cartoon. You're not even really trying to disguise himself very much. Like, guys, you should have a seminar saying if you're meeting up with anybody that looks remotely like this guy, don't go out the door. But they don't because they think they're untouchable.
Let's get into this video for a few minutes.
Oh. What's your question, Vagabond?
I can ask it right after the video, honestly.
Okay.
It ties into it. No,
there have been times
my bad.
where there's no way we're hiring a white male person.
Just kind of unspoken.
There are times when it's spoken, but
how would they say it?
There's no way we're hiring a white male person.
Like straight to you, or okay?
They'd be very careful how they message that to agents.
According to these videotapes,
Imagine being a senior vice
Disney
president
blatantly
and being
discriminates
okay with
against
that.
whites,
Knowing that you're
white men in particular.
Pause real quick. Shave it off, James. You don't look that good.
I mean, honest, but if it works, if this is what he does, if this is all the disguise he needs in order to infiltrate these spheres, keep it on.
So this is after the disguise. Some of the beard glue took some of the under facial hair with it. I think he's got to clean it up. Clean it up, James. Clean it up, bro. It's so funny how bad these corporate VPs and shills are so fucking hungry for just a crumb of pussy. A crumb of pussy.
Well, this dude that they're talking about, he went on 2 different dates, both of which were James O'Keefe spies.
Who talks about this kind of shit on a date?
I
haven't been on a date in a long fucking time, and I never will.
I'll tell you
again.
why. A
What
producer
the
that
fuck?
wants to unzip his pants and show his big dick. He wants to prove to this woman that I have someone of importance. I'm talking to the producers. I'm talking to the senior vice president. Look how well connected I am. That's all this is. It's a dick measuring
every
contest.
fucking time too, dude.
Yes, all of them brag about how close they are to leadership every single time.
And Iron, you're never gonna go on a date again because you got like the 1 in a million perfect relationship going on right now. So like,
thank you.
So here's my question for everyone else on the panel that's not black.
Suck up.
So what do you call?
Well, I guess I'm out.
Go ahead, Vagabond.
You said not
no
black.
worries.
Okay, so
Yeah. So what do you call a white person that's a self-hating? Like, so you know how black people got Uncle Toms. So
Yeah.
what do you call your self-hating white folks?
liberals.
White guilt, I guess. Chronic white guilt.
What would you call them?
Sour cream.
It's gotta be good.
I identify as a bleach demon, so
I was just wondering.
I identify as vanilla gorilla. Thank you very much.
Then,
what else could
like you could? It's obvious.
Like,
Like this dude's clearly white. So like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
and
He
so
looks
it's
a little
like,
bit more-
okay, you're discriminating against your own kind, and I discriminate against other black people sometimes. Like
Well,
I go, I'll go to the store and there'll be some black dude that walks in there. I'm looking at him like, hopefully this dude don't steal nothing or some shit.
I mean, my comic book shop that I go to like once every couple months, because it's an hour away. If I have time, I go. But I'm not gonna lie. I know that there's a bunch of people there that they wear masks. They're super white. They're super liberal, and I look at them, and go like, God, I fucking hate you.
Like,
They could be the sweetest
Sometimes I even
people
tell
ever.
that to their face.
like,
I've
is it like a
vocalized it.
crumbled cracker or something, or a broken cracker? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
essentially, it's usually a chick, and she'd be lucky if she looked half as good as Selena.
Oh, thank you.
Karen's kind of, but no, Karen.
She has the Karen hairdo. Okay, she still wears a mask in 2024, and she has a stereotypical lesbian haircut that every lesbian fucking has.
Oh man,
we should just call them Amandalas.
Just quick side rabbit trail here.
That is a fucking white name.
Honestly, Strider's up here with the same.
What is with that haircut? Like honestly, because they're putting in everything modern. You got the atypical dreads off to the side, Karen-esque style for the black guys and all modern freaking anime, freaking comics and all that stuff. And now they're doing that for women. I mean, look at the D&D. Like they just released their 2024 D&D 1 handbook, and for orcs, right there. Freaking lady orc right there. What?
Well, they think this is Zoomer style hairdos, but I'm the oldest part of the older generations of Zoomers. I've never seen anybody wear their hair like that. I get it. I live in Kansas.
Millennials do that shit.
I've seen millennials. I've never seen Zoomers. Like
I've seen millennials and college Zoomers, and the one thing they have in common is that they all have bull nose rings.
Yep.
Millennials. Yeah, those are part of the the whole
do that.
Well, those are part of the whole snake thing. You know, if it's very colorful, stay away. If they have the nose ring, you usually stay away. Now, if it's a girl, you get the dirty done and then you go away.
But doggy, so they face away, so you don't have to look.
All right, let's everybody just calm the fuck down.
All right, let's get back to the video a little bit.
Oh no, you broke it. See,
you're watching us.
Turned it up.
You might need a refresh. Fucking X, Twitter, whatever.
It's the new X rebrand. Fucking X.
There have been times where there's no way we're hiring a white male person.
Just kind of unspoken.
There are times when it's spoken, but
how would they say it?
There's no way we're hiring a white male person.
Like straight to you, or okay?
They'd be very careful how they message that to agents.
According to these videotapes,
she was trying to see if there's
Disney
anything written down.
Blatantly discriminates against white men in particular.
I think I'm sort of well prepared for it. I'm well positioned for it. But as far as Disney's concerned, I'm a white male. That's not who they're looking to promote at the moment.
As a white guy, even Michael has his own doubts about the possibility for advancement for himself at Disney. In fact, Michael actually got to experience Disney's discrimination against white males firsthand.
I've been at the company 11 years now, so I have friends in HR and I have friends in those divisions. And they're like, look, nobody else is going to tell you this, Mike, but they're not considering any white males for the shop. They're just not.
If I was a civil litigative lawyer, I'd be so bricked up right now watching this.
Well,
this is a payday.
It's like, stop! I can only get so turgid.
There's so much paydays going on right now in Hollywood. Let's not be short about it.
This is not exclusive to Disney at all.
No.
Yeah, this is across the board. This is most actually basically all over the corporate society right now. There is this hiring practice. It's fucking Bridge. It's just fucking Bridge on steroids, where you have to do this shit and you have to then do it in your real life. All of this is just begging for a true lawsuit. The problem is, in order to get through this lawsuit, you need to pray to God you're gonna get a judge, hopefully a boomer-esque judge, that even if he's left or right, he'll at least take up the claim. He'll go through it and he'll be like, yeah, this is discriminatory practices. And it might get held up all the way to the Supreme Court. Like, this does need to go to courts. This is a serious thing.
It absolutely does.
100%. I'm actually surprised Amazon has avoided this, because Amazon has done this, but has avoided this kind of. I mean, there's been similar scrutiny, but Disney is the one that's primarily in the crosshairs for everybody. But again, Amazon is just as big, so I don't know why.
I would say the difference here is, when it comes to Disney, for so long, Disney has had this family-friendly kind of vibe to it, where it's a-okay to set your kids down in front of Disney because what are they gonna do? Oh, you're gonna see Bambi, you're gonna see Snow White, you're gonna see all these wonderful little things. And then as time has gone on over the years, we have discovered via, Film Threat. I can never remember the dude's name, but he's one of the other political guys that did the whole Zoom video leaks. We've seen this time and time again that Disney is not what you should ever put your kids in front of. We've been seeing their content come out. Besides Star Wars, Marvel, and all this, we've seen what they actually put out. X-Men 97 or whatever it was called, that's a 1 in a million fucking thing right there.
It got canceled.
Wait, did it get canceled?
They said that they canceled season 2 of it.
Really? I
Really?
haven't heard that.
Yeah, well,
What?
they canceled the showrunner, so
Either that or it was shelved.
I thought season 2 was done.
Yeah,
I think
Oh,
season
that's a
2.
shame.
Hold on.
Has anybody seen Jack's seen Inside Out, and apparently that has the hint of the not so gay or not so secret gay agenda.
Remember,
There's
Riley,
people
the
that
main
say
character,
that.
is 13 in this movie.
So a lot of people, I have not seen Inside Out 2 yet. I do want to see it because I do enjoy, like, Inside Out's one of those movies I will sit down and watch because I really do enjoy it.
Yes.
I find it very fascinating. I've heard good things about Inside Out 2. I'll try it, but I've seen the creeps on Twitter saying some really disturbing things. Now, from what I've also been told about Inside Out 2, there's like the hint of the woke agenda, but it's like not the bad kind where it's here's a bunch of diverse kids, and then you have to realize this all takes place in San Francisco. So
yeah,
At least that makes sense, and that's perfectly fine. That's well placed diversity, but that's kind of not. That's kind of pretty rare for Disney.
Yeah,
I know there's
they lucked out there.
I don't.
What
have
I've heard,
the
hint is just they just sprinkled it on, most likely just enough to pass the sniff test from the sniffers at Disney.
Oh yeah, because I don't have the bookmark tweet anymore. I know Jeremy went over it on I think a Cobra Cast. The gays are saying some very disturbing shit about this 13-year-old girl.
Yeah,
I've seen some.
Well, they always do.
And I might not be a straight person, okay? So when I say the gays, I'm talking about that fucking alphabet mafia crazy fucking creeps.
I'm talking the cartoony gays.
That stereotypical cartoony days. Hell, fucking Queer Duck is more straight than these fuckers. And I subjected Iron to that.
Let's see. Amazon.com. I need a wood chipper.
This is, you know why Amazon doesn't I can only assume that Jeff Bezos actually gets his VPs enough pussy to keep them out of the clutches of.
Well, here's my question about Amazon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, City, got your order in.
Yeah, they do got like a Trump movie there. I think I told you guys about it before, where it's like Trump in the future or whatever in space, where like where they clone Trump or some shit. It's like a stupid B movie, but like they took a bunch of clips of Trump talking and made it for the bot or whatever, and he's supposed to like try to restore Earth or some shit, some crazy ass movie. I think that because it seems like Amazon's more into just like, hey, here's a studio that they're trying to create something, and I will just throw the funding at it to make it happen. Same thing with the video game stuff.
That's actually a huge part, and this is something that like Disney is outside of this. What I'm about to bring up, because Disney does a bunch of their own fucking shit. They think their own shit doesn't smell like shit. In reality, it smells worse than shit. But like companies like Netflix. I know Hulu's sort of owned by Disney, but Hulu's kind of in this camp. And Amazon, if they make their own shit, it's usually shit. But what these three companies and Max will do is they'll go out and they'll just pay for the rights to stream something. But then they will have the exclusive rights, so that'll be like a Netflix original. But they didn't make it at all. So when it comes to Amazon, things like Terminalist, they did not make that. They just bought the streaming rights for it. Then on the case of Netflix, all your Korean dramas, all your anime, outside of like maybe one or two anime that fail miserably, Netflix just buys the rights to stream it all, and then just puts on the Netflix original. They don't make
at most they take care of the dubbing.
Yeah.
For the localizations. That's about it.
And then like I have a prediction because I know we have not had frickin' Black Clover. They recently just got all the seasons of Black Clover. They have the streaming rights for Black Clover. I have the prediction that Netflix is gonna get the streaming rights completely for Black Clover, and they'll make it a Netflix original, whatnot. But they'll probably keep the same dubbing groups and same dubbing companies on just to do the thing because it flows better that way.
Oh, hold on. Jax just brought up something pretty interesting. Disney Senior VP Michael Coronado, I think that's how you say that.
Coronado.
Giordano
removes his LinkedIn page after being caught by O'Keefe Media Group discussing how Disney practices discriminatory hiring practices.
This happened shortly after the videos actually dropped.
Why would he nuke it? Because Disney had to have made him nuke it. Well, this is something that Disney stands behind, right? This is something Disney shouts from the rooftops. Why would they nuke his LinkedIn? Interesting.
Well, I mean, he was technically a Fox employee. He came over from Fox, but it's pretty damn obvious that, you know what, we were going to fire you. We'll just fire you now because you said some secrets that we don't want open.
You violated NDA, confidentiality clauses or whatnot.
But that's not confidential.
All of these guys that go on dates that get duped into the honeypots, they're just like, the harder I violate my NDA, the more I'm getting laid. It's like,
well, it's
the harder I'm gonna penetrate this chick. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is.
I'll do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, they're using it as a bargaining chip. So it's like, some chick is like, hey, like they're going to the chick like, here's some information no one else has the knowledge to be even obtained, and I'm telling you this now. Let me get at you later that night.
Yeah,
something.
And
like
he went
that.
on.
That's all
he
it
went
is.
on 2 different dates with 2 different girls. But you're right. The whole idea is
the same girl.
Other than Selena, we're all guys here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We all come in here when we want to talk up a girl and try to
I
get
don't.
that pussy.
That's for later.
Okay, well, fuck you, prof. When we're trying to get that pussy, we're over here like, I'm kind of a big deal. I don't tell people I'm a fucking bagger. And when I was a janitor at my feed mill, I wasn't telling people I was a janitor. I was saying I work at the feed industry, and I maintain the facilities, or I go around saying,
you fluff it up like your resume.
Yeah, I fluff it up. You make it sound pretty. You make it sound like you're super fucking important, and you tell some stories that make you sound important, and
material disposal manager, and when it's like, no, you threw out the trash.
About that. I gave one of my exes my resume and her mom my resume.
You see that?
After you broke up.
You should have even dated in the first place. This is a hit it and quit it situation. If you have to hand over your resume, you hit it and quit it, and you walk away. You never look back.
Yeah, it was just it's a funny
That'll
story.
be a hell of an exit interview.
There's one problem. You hand them their resume. Now they have your contact info.
That was also the point. And then it worked, and then we dated for about like 6 years.
Here's the real baller move.
6 years.
If you have a credit, if your credit score is over 800, you screen cap your Credit Karma and you put that on your dating profile.
Well, Vagabond's one of the. Vagabond gets all the ladies because his credit score's so good.
Oh man, I wish my credit score is shot like in the dark.
God damn it! I was trying to break the stereotype here, saying he's 1 in a million, and God, fuck you.
They saw his birth certificate, just like, yep, there's your limits.
Oh, and I just want to
I have to limit
that movie on. It's also on Tubi. It's called Trump versus the Illuminati. And
I've heard of this.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it sounds like Jason X. That's what it sounds like.
Here's a quick synopsis. In the distant future, a clone of Donald Trump survives the Earth's destruction by stowing away aboard the last spacebound shuttle. At the same time, across space, the human race continues to fight a costly battle against the Illuminati forces. And it's a horror / comedy.
This sounds
like
amazing.
You know what? We're supposed to go into another segment, but real quick, you spiked my interest. So
it has a trailer.
Okay.
Oh shit, you found it.
Please tell me they get a good impressionist.
Trump versus the Illuminati.
44. Advanced artificial intelligence robots drained the Earth of her natural resources, leaving the once thriving planet a barren shell. Adrift in
That was done in
space,
Unity.
the human race fights its toughest battle ever. For survival. A Chinese clone of the 45th U.S. President Donald J. Trump survives the Earth's destruction by escaping his maximum security lab. His petri dish-grown body, fused with the latest AI technology, possesses eternal life and large hands. During his escape from Earth, Trump's ship crash lands on Mars. Unable to leave, he exists for 1,000 years on a barren prison planet of his own making.
Alistair Crowley, the true scourge on the living.
It seems every time I try to get out, Illuminati pulls me back in. What a strange trip this way.
Oh my God.
Aiming to destroy our Illuminati, Donald Trump.
Call me Trump.
Jeremy.
You're coming with us. Turn around and raise your
I'm going
hands.
to.
If you insist.
I'm fucking playing this on Ballbusters now.
Play
This is
Trump's
amazing.
playlist.
Yes.
Oh yes, yes.
Let's go.
Why did they have him do like his stage dancing?
I love this so much. Oh my God! I need to
suck on that.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. We all need to. Okay, we all need to watch it.
Watch
Yeah,
party.
We all need to watch
Movie
it.
night
And
tomorrow night. We're gonna
we
play
all
it on Discord.
we all synchronize reviews being dropped at the same time and on the same. We all like everyone watches it, film a review, and we're just gonna bombard the internet where like you're gonna see like a spike where it's like all of a
Yes.
sudden like
Everybody
why
is
is everyone
talking
watching
about
this
this
movie all of a sudden?
Yeah, we need to get that out there. Definitely.
I'm 100% for it.
Oh,
All
man.
right, before we get
I
into
heard-
the last topic, we're just going to take a look at some quick cringe Star Wars tweets, and I've even got a bumper for this
In other
segment,
words,
so
Star Wars tweets.
exactly.
So my character, you know, she's a powerful leader. She's a powerful leader. Yes, yes. In a very woman-centered world, which I was very excited to kind of be that, because I feel like Star Wars is very like patriarchal.
I made that in less than 10 minutes.
I regret life. I hate that.
I don't.
I hate all
everybody
of what I just saw there.
I don't know what was
You know what?
worse.
I don't feel sorry
Jake
for the video
Skywalker.
that- Oh, okay. I can't be mean about this.
Oh
It's a
no.
little-
Well, this is
She's
emotional
adorable.
manipulation here. You're using a
I
cute
know.
little girl to try and sway our feelings like,
Yep.
oh, just stop being mean to Disney Star Wars. I've got some thoughts on this, but I'll read the tweet first and let you guys decide. So George Lucas said the reason adults didn't like the Star Wars prequels is because they were made for a new generation of kids. Well, George Lucas was full of shit in that statement.
Yeah.
No,
Could it
Yeah.
could
you.
it be that the reason the prequel generation don't like the sequels is because they were made for a new generation of kids? Kids. Yes,
Okay.
there it is. Yes. No, it's not. No. But go ahead.
Interesting. That's not possible.
No,
because
so
the
you-
current generation of kids don't care about sequel stuff.
Yes,
sequel
yes,
trilogy.
that
Yeah,
Go
they're
to
about
any
shivering
toy
toilet or some
store.
crap like that.
You go
I've
to any
got
toy store,
3
you
children.
see nothing but Star Wars toys in the clearance rack. But go ahead, Nem. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't want them. My boys do not. It was supposed to be a boys brand. They don't care about it. They liked Mando for 5 minutes, but they got even bored of that after
Yeah.
a bit. Like
But
they don't
Baby
care.
Yoda does not. Baby
all.
Yoda had its time. It doesn't have its time anymore.
It did. It came.
I will say,
It's fun, but they're over it.
George Lucas did in fact make Star Wars prequels for a different generation. Again, I'm a Zoomer. I grew up with the prequels. The prequels are my era of Star Wars. I love them, even though I can accept they aren't good movies. I still love them to death. Hell, Attack of the Clones is my favorite Star Wars. It's one of the worst out of all of them, but I have such a connection to it.
I'm with
the last 10 minutes are worth it.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones, Attack of the Clones for me. Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith. Those are my top 3.
Yep. I would say this. Actually, I agree with. I brain fart right now. I'm also been drinking 100% on which are the top 3. The problem with this picture, there's a little girl dressed up like Rey. Her parents 100% dressed her.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no way there's no way a little girl would dress this way willingly. Unlike me, who willingly dressed up like Anakin or Palpatine or any of these people, there's nobody dressing up as a First Order Stormtrooper. They're dressing up as OT Stormtroopers or a Clone Trooper. Nobody dresses up as Rey unless they're forced to dress up as Rey.
I guarantee you.
No, there were people that dressed up as Rey. I'll tell you who it was.
Thin boys that aren't hot.
Thin chicks with no boobs. They're like, oh my God, I finally feel represented.
And those are hidden.
I saw more than a few of them, dude. I worked at Comic-Con for a few years when the sequel trilogy was coming out. And like thin chicks with just nothing going on the back or the front. They were like, oh my God, I can be Rey.
And I can handily tell you this picture was taken. They dressed up their little girl like that so that they were at a hotel, one of the cheap ones just outside the theme park before they could, because that's all they can afford. They're going to be taking her into the Star Wars section, and they're just going to try to milk her for TikTok and Instagram short reels clout in front of all the stormtroopers and everything that parade by.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's what I have to say. So I like I grew up in the original Star Wars, and I also like the prequels. I like Jar Jar Binks. I know that's a controversial opinion.
Thank you.
Join us.
I like the Gungans. I didn't care for Jar Jar.
Well, here's what even if what the prequels did is they expanded the lore, and I think even if you didn't like the prequels, you still watched them. You still watched it and somewhat enjoyed it because it did world building for this universe. The problem, and even still to this day, like years later, we still talk about these movies. The Disney Star Wars ones is like you watch it, you hate it. The next once it's over, like the next couple months, you forget about it because that's how much you like it or whatever. We're not talking about these generationally. I saw Star Wars because of my father saw Star Wars, and basically like you just. And then, like, we're always buying Star Wars figures. I go to my cousin's house. He got Star Wars toys. And he's talking about the lore things because he read the books. I didn't read the books and stuff like that. And, like, it's enjoyable. And here, you're not if you never knew anything else about Star Wars and just watch these sequel trilogies and everything, you're not going in to go buy books, go buy action figures and stuff like that. It's not happening because these shows suck. The storytelling sucks. And if you know the lore, it breaks all the lore from that you've seen before. And a lot of people watch the prequels, even if they didn't like it. They love the world building. That's all I can say about that.
And it builds more on
you're 100% right.
It builds more on Darth Vader. It gives you a reason to view Darth Vader not more as a tragic hero, which I've always viewed Darth Vader as a tragic hero. He's not. He's not an outright villain. He's gone through an entire massive arc.
Like, and who wouldn't want to see how the Empire came to be, how Vader came to be? No one would not want to see that. And actually, that was one thing that the prequels have going for them. The prequels do actually a really, really good job of showing that. It's believable. Whereas the sequels, it's like, here's how the Empire turned into something lame and gay. Here's how the Rebellion turned into something lame and gay. Now we got a bunch of lame and gay factions fighting each other in the most, like, unclimactic into the 9-film saga. Never forget how that's how they marketed it. But all they did was show the ultimately Palpatine won and all the Skywalkers are dead.
Yep.
Yeah, and all the heroes did that came before is sucked and died.
Yep.
That was it.
Their problem was
deadbeat dad hand, the worst uncle / Jedi master ever in Luke Skywalker. And
that's why Anakin's
all the strong male characters.
Anakin is still a hero. That's why Ahsoka fucking sucks, because I see what they're fucking trying to do. Leave your hands off Anakin.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I want to say this. All right, Dave Filoni, I've always believed was a piece of shit. I don't care how many people say the Clone Wars show was so great and he did marvelous work with that. I'm sorry, it's absolute garbage. Ahsoka was a piece of trash. I never liked it. The only Clone Wars I actually, still redeem as canon because it created General Grievous. It actually led right before Episode 3 dropping was Star Wars Clone Wars from what is this?
Genndy Tartakovsky, yes.
Creator of Dexter's Lab.
Samurai Jack.
And Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That was peak. That was Clone Wars. There was no
That is a
Ahsoka.
good-
There was
That's an amazing one. I'm a Clone Wars defender as well. So like the Clone Wars. So like I like both of those. I think you can interlay them in different ways, but
if you like what you like, I'm not gonna hate you on that. But I'm just saying, for me personally, I have never been a fan of Dave Filoni, and hearing him take over the Star Wars franchise, I never had hope for it.
I fully hated the 3D animated Clone Wars. I liked the ones that were 2D animation that came out before, done by the Samurai Jack guy.
I cannot say his goddamn name, Samurai Jack creator.
Yeah,
the
that's
thing
all
about
I say.
the reason the reason the Clone Wars TCW was so like enjoyable for a lot of people, and you can see like a difference, is for the most part George was there signing off on a lot of that stuff. You could see his influence, and then the moment they went into Rebels, you can feel he's not there anymore. This feels different. It's not as fun anymore. There's a bunch of it's literally filler the show. The thing anime fans complain about all the time, that is what Rebels is defined by, is its filler. There's like you could feel the moment George left. Even if George like just patently sipping on his goddamn Diet Coke, looking at something else. Or, oh yeah, you know what? I'll sign up on this episode. Yeah, I'll sign up on this episode. What the fuck? Yeah. He's still a beast. You can feel a presence of George there, and the moment he's gone, you don't feel that anymore. When you get to the season 7, there's a arc that is super fucking annoying and is horrific, but it ends relatively decently. I don't have a problem with it. I know a bunch of people have a problem with it. I'm fine with your guys' opinion. I have my opinion, but that's also where Ahsoka should have just gone away. If she shows up in Rebels and she dies by her fucking master's hand, she doesn't come back. That's the problem, though, is that Dave Filoni can't quit letting his dog fuck him, and while fucking a goddamn stuffy of fucking Ahsoka. He loves this character so much, which has gone on to bastardize something that I enjoy, which is the Clone Wars.
He's essentially used her to replace Dark Killer
Ahsoka
from the Force Unleashed games.
And that's 100%. What I appreciated parts of the Clone Wars cartoons. I never cared for Ahsoka very much. What I appreciated from it is that they tried to redeem how much they fucked up Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I appreciated that they tried to bring him back as a very dark character, and they gave him some kind of actual villain arc that he never got. And I knew that was where George was involved, because I know George Lucas knows he fucked up on that. Like, Darth Maul was one of the great, just such a fucking waste of a character, and he had all the potential to be great, and they just that's like, to me, that is the worst thing that they ever shit the bed on before the prequel trilogy.
Yeah,
like they shit the bed on Darth Maul, and that sucked.
They shit the bed on a lot of stuff.
Great villain. They did. But Darth Maul is one of the most fucking egregious ones that they shit the bed on.
I love,
especially how much they pushed him in the marketing. Like, he was everywhere. You knew Darth Maul was in Phantom Menace before you even knew Anakin was in Phantom Menace. Like, that was the first promo still, because they knew they had a banger villain design, but they didn't do anything with it. They killed him at the end of the first movie. Which, if you're going to leave him alive, make it a little bit more of a believable. But they didn't. They kind of replaced him with Count Dooku later. It didn't. Yeah, it just didn't.
And then Grievous after that, and it's like.
Yeah, they're trying to line up. Here's all these different lead ups to Vader in order, because all these different Sith apprentices go away and leave room for Vader. But because Grievous's whole point was to be a pre-Vader, to show here's this organic guy who's been turned into a mechanical beast who's more of a machine than a man. More of a robot than a creature, and he's miserable.
If you use EU lore though for like Grievous, it's so much cooler. Like he willingly chose to become a droid,
like
not a droid, but a cyborg, and he hates them so much. It's such fucking good.
And when Grievous first shows up in the Clone Wars show, it's just everyone's like, "What's going on here?" We're all being hunted and everything. The droids all stop. Then all of a sudden they hear sounds, and all of a sudden, boom! He squishes a freaking Jedi, just like drops down from the rafters and just bam. Just crushes him beneath him.
Wait, I thought the first time they were introduced to Grievous is during a training montage, or am I thinking of Asajj?
You might be thinking of
Asajj.
Okay.
Which even her is like, where does she come from?
Yeah,
But yeah.
And I want to add too. So like back to Acolyte, right? Mind you, I only seen episode 3. That did not feel like a Star Wars show.
No.
Like besides them breaking the lore content, the Jedi didn't act like Jedi. The whole cave shit catching on fire pissed me off over like this tiny little book or whatever.
Caves burn all the time.
Yeah, it was just like the whole thing that made no sense. And like trying to cheapen Anakin by saying, "Oh, we can have some other children that are born of the Force or whatever."
I'll say it's so fucking awful, but at the same time they did it fucking wrong. Plagueis did not create Anakin willingly. The Force created him.
Right.
The Force was a reactionary process, and in this moment they're like, "No, the fucking the lesbian mama decided to go test tube route to put in another mama." Fuck off.
Yeah, and like with that and everything,
Power
it's
of
just
many.
because the way I see Anakin is, he's like, we got the whole scene. It was like, hey, you were supposed to be the chosen one. You're supposed to bring balance to the Force or whatever. And I think that's what happens. He does that through his son Luke, and he still fulfills the prophecy at the end or whatever. And then just this shits on it, like, because I'm a big lore guy when it comes to shows. Like, if a show, like, I suffered through Berserk 2016 because that's how much I love the lore of Berserk.
I still have yet to watch it, and I will not watch it. I can't.
But yeah, it's just, but like I'll watch a city show if it builds up upon the lore of something I like.
Yep. I'll read the Berserk manga before watching 16.
Now, this next one, I'm 90% sure this guy's just trolling, trying to get a rise out of people. I don't think this is legit. It's the Obi-Wan Kenobi show was garbage. But the complaint that it blows up Star Wars canon is the weakest argument against it, because Star Wars canon is also largely garbage at this point. The prequels are awful, etc., and thus deserves to be blown up repeatedly like the Death Star. Now, his response to that is, I tell people to live long and prosper all the time, so don't tell me I don't know Star Wars.
So he's taking the piss, but but let's just point out that point is garbage. Like,
it is. So it is garbage, but here's the thing. This is my buddy Adam the Renaissance Star, and I have actually talked about this. This is the biggest problem with Star Wars is you have at least 3 different camps of fans. 4, arguably. You have OT fans, you have EU fans, prequel fans, TCW fans. So those are your 4 different main groups, and they can interlock in different ways, but that's how they interlock. EU fans love everything except for TCW. OT fans hate prequels, and they hate Clone Wars, and they hate EU. It's so all verse where prequel fans will more than likely like TCW or Clone Wars itself. They kind of branch off either way. But then it's this whole thing of you have these different camps that don't like each other, but they're at least united in their hatred of prequels and Disney.
That is true.
I've
always been middle ground. I guess it's just the age group that I was born in. I was a little kid when the Return of the Jedi came out, and still school age when the prequels came out. So I kind of got the best of both worlds. I can appreciate the critique of the prequels, but I don't think they're nearly as bad as some other people on the OT side will say they are.
Yeah.
I mean, my two favorite Star Wars movies are Empire Strikes Back and Revenge of the Sith.
Man of culture.
Yes.
Exactly.
Man of very fine culture.
Yeah, but like I still remember because my brother and I were talking about we're talking just recently because he's actually going to see this weekend. He's going to see Attack of the Clones in theaters, so that's kind of funny that Dermy mentioned Attack of the Clones, which is a great. I loved seeing Attack of the Clones in theaters, and I still love all the prequels. And I grew up on the OT, and then when the prequels came out, I saw them in theaters for the first time as a kid. Loved them, still love them. They're still all 6 of them are great in their own way. And the prequels have their merits. The Revenge of the Sith ages like fine wine. It just keeps getting better. And having watched the Clone Wars, I don't remember a lot of it, but I do remember a lot of the characterizations that they did with the Jedi. And actually seeing Order 66 is actually pretty emotional because we see like this guy die, and we see Alice Akira die, we see Plo Koon die, we see all these people die on screen, and we've gotten to know them in the Clone Wars show. They actually have character. They actually have personality. They actually have relationships, and they're pretty fun. They're really sympathetic characters for the limited time that they have, and so it makes it more impactful whenever we see them meet their end at the because of Order 66. And so there are edges like
cried
that.
Plo Koon's death. He's my favorite character.
Yeah, especially because that added connection that he was that he was so closely connected to Ahsoka, and then for what Ahsoka has her issues, but Ashley Eckstein still did a hell of a job voicing her and grew with the character, and so their relationship was pretty great. But now you don't have those same people saying, "Oh, this was so impactful for the sequels." Look what Obi-Wan Kenobi did, that was so impactful. Look what Boba Fett, God fucking damn that whole thing. Like look what Boba Fett did. That was so great. Singing Boba Fett at the end, that was so impactful. No one's saying that now. And so, Iron, if you think you're wanting to talk about this, and I have thoughts.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Now it kind of leads into this. You talked about how much world building that they actually did, like it or not, and then just to have this apparently being a Disney Star Wars fan saying y'all can't really be crying over him right now. Be so fucking for real.
Boom. My favorite Jedi until Kit Fisto came on the scene. My favorite prequel Jedi. We played lightsabers in the backyard with sticks, and I was Kiedi fucking Mundi. Don't you dare tell me I don't care.
My favorite Jedi until I learned about Plo Koon. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking
Thing is, all of these Jedi that they introduced in the prequels, they're cool designs. They are cool characters in their own right. And the more you learn about them, the more interesting they get. Like having this guy being the last of his species, and he's allowed to actually propagate that species through sexual intercourse, and then have all these, he's the only Jedi allowed to do that. That's kind of cool. That's the kind of world building that Lucas put into all these individual characters that none of the sequels can do anymore. And then they treat people like us who know that shit like this, saying you don't actually care. Yes, we do. We cared about this since we were kids. Shut up.
I don't know if you guys watch Benny Johnson. So the other day he played all the clips of George Lucas having interviews of when he was shitting on everything Disney has been producing so far.
Oh yeah,
it was glorious. And also too, the only thing cool about modern Star Wars, not the shows, is the lightsabers. Remember those fucking those tubes that we used to have as toys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You just swing it down.
Whack.
And like the stuff I see as lightsabers now when I go to conventions is like, oh, I need $300 to buy this lightsaber.
Yeah.
Well, the best lightsabers are made by third parties now.
Yes, they are.
Right.
They're not even licensed.
I remember
I can 3D print collapsible ones.
I remember when my brother was born. This is back in like early 2000. My cousin, who's like second cousin, dad's cousin, whatever. I don't know how the whole thing works. He and his wife took me to go, shopping a little bit while my brother was being born. And I remember buying a Yoda. No, it was Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber. And this was back when they had the, the tiny lightsabers that you press a button, you flicked, and it would all come out at once. And then you could close them up again. They didn't have a light feature, but I remember buying that thing. I had that thing for 10 years. A dog chewed on it. It was beaten up. It was broken up. It was honestly trashed by the time we finally threw it out. It survived 10 years. Half these fucking lightsabers can't do that now.
Oof.
Yep,
That's true.
exactly.
No, those collapsible ones were pretty
That
cool.
makes sense.
Like at least the
fun,
hilts
dude.
looked pretty legit. You could clip them on your belt and everything.
I remember those. They could get them at Walmart. We had about 5 or 6 of them. We
Yep.
fought with them. That's why they always broke.
They were also durable for a long time.
They were.
Now, this from Star Wars stuff. Defane Keen, if that's how you pronounce her name,
Daphne.
confirms whatever her name is, one of the main
Daphne
characters,
Keene,
is crushing on the other main character. Like we didn't fucking know, put a chick in it and make her lame and gay. We already got.
23 is a good way to remember it because it's the same actress that did X-23 in the not Wolverine, but Logan movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she was
her.
She was also in
didn't see
his
it.
Dark Materials show.
Was she really?
Okay, yeah, I
Lyra.
recognize her now.
I only watched 2 episodes. It was interesting, and then I just never went back.
Yeah, it went by like a fart in the wind. Nobody cared. This is your brain on Tumblr tards, because everybody is shipping everybody. It doesn't matter if it makes sense. It doesn't matter that these people have barely interacted or barely had any kind of connection, any kind of relationship, or any kind of moment together. It's just shipping, and then the actresses are like, "Oh, absolutely, gay," because
gay.
reasons, because Disney made us, and also
I
the
see.
other actress is gay, so why not?
I see the producer yelling at us in the background.
I just want to say that, hey, Dermy earlier was doing shipping too. He was shipping her with her robot.
Right.
I'm
that
convinced
makes
that's
sense.
a fucking vibrator droid.
But that would actually make sense because she's had that droid with her the whole time for 4 episodes so far. She's had that droid with her. That's more of a relationship than those two.
Well, I think we've looked at just about enough of these. This last one I want to go into. So we never got a chance to see the Wookiee Jedi fight. Shame on you. I guess he was killed by a knife, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
he was
Ceremoniously
lightsaber.
off screen.
Off screen by lightsaber.
Yeah.
So a Wookiee gets killed by a
Why?
lightsaber, but a 90-pound black chick can just walk it off. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, not 90-pound black chick, and 90-pound black chick, and a child version of that 90-pound black chick. Oh wait, you're talking about the other 90-pound black chick in Obi-Wan.
I was talking about
yeah.
Reva.
You're
Okay.
also forgetting about the Asian. You're also forgetting about the 90-pound Asian chick that can
Yeah.
definitely get it.
She gets stabbed as a child, gets stabbed as an adult, and then. But let's also never gloss over the fact. Let's also never forgive Disney for making lightsabers lame. The coolest part of Star Wars, Disney made it suck.
Okay, guys, you've got to realize everybody clearly doesn't understand this deep-rooted Star Wars lore where lightsabers don't work on people of color.
Oh,
Oh, bro.
Wait,
forgot
no,
about
Wookiee
that.
count as a people of color?
Lightsabers
they're
don't work
brown.
on people of color. This is
But-
a very
but-
well-known
Yeah,
fact.
no color on color
Checkmate,
crime, and all
Disney.
lightsabers are colored.
Would it?
So
But would it, a Wookiee be like the definition of like colored crime and stuff like that? I mean, they're brown. They come in all
Yeah.
shapes. And, you
So I-
know, they're
Well,
they're
apparently, if you
diverse
shave a
coloring.
Wookiee, they just look like
Right.
RedStrider underneath. So it's fair game.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Exactly.
According to, I guess she's part of the production crew. Unfortunately, not everything gets to be included for budget and story reasons. We had an early draft that showed his fight and death scene, but it ultimately broke the POV of the episode in a way that I think wouldn't have worked well.
No.
Okay, if you kept it at the POV, that would have been perfectly fine. Here's the problem: when you bring up the budget, you have to realize this show has relatively, I think, a little bit more or a little bit less than the same budget of House of the Dragon. How the fuck can't you get this in the goddamn budget?
They have dragons in House of the Dragon. What is your excuse, Disney? We can
The
make 10
fact that-
Godzilla minus ones.
The fact that George Lucas's budget for the original Star Wars isn't that high compared to these is like you're
Yeah.
telling me you can't do anything right.
Pretty much.
Look, we all know these people were higher than freaking homie on Spice Cake. So
Hey, remember that time when Disney included a glitter, like some kind of glitter stem candy, and introduced it to children? Little did they know they were warning us about Nick Rekieta.
Oh, well, you know what? I've had about enough of Star Wars. We need to get into that anyway. We're starting to run a little over. Last thing I'll share is, they did release that the pop song version of The Power of Many or whatever it was.
No.
So don't,
And I guess a
don't-
few people are really enjoying that. So let's take a look at
Don't.
these homos.
No.
Has anybody got some of Nick
Please.
Rekeita's Coke for me? I don't know how I'm going to get through this.
I'm about to chug a bottle of fucking whiskey. Oh,
Don't wanna feel at all. Big skin, big scars.
Well, that's super gay. All right, I'm done with Star Wars.
I was reacting and then I saw, Jeremy's in his old thing. Oh, okay, this is getting funny.
Yeah, I had to play around with that Luma Dream Machine for a minute, and that's the best I could come up with.
Wait, what is it?
All right, so who wants to pull up? Let's go ahead and so a lot's been going on with Nick Rekieta. Everybody knows about it. It's been the talk of pretty much every conversation here, if you're online at all. And he finally made his return to YouTube debut, and it didn't quite go over that well. So let's go ahead and pull that up here.
I can't cosplay this, by the way. I just can't. I don't have the stomach.
Or the powdered sugar. You're not ready tonight. I was ready last week.
You were ready. You actually, that was fantastic, by the way. You out-Rekited me. Well done.
Holy shit. This is, before you do this, Twitch is now revealing why Dr. Disrespect might have been kicked off. Now, I call bullshit because it's so fucking late. He was apparently sexting a minor. That's what Twitch is saying.
Wow.
If it's true, dude's a fucking jackass and deserves a wood chipper. But the thing is, he's been kicked off for how many years now?
It's been a while.
Quite a while.
Yeah.
It would have dropped, but
I mean, you would think they would have announced that as soon as it happened, wouldn't you? So, the only thing I could think of, if I don't know, the whole thing just seems kind of weird. So, because the only thing else I could think of was when he did the live stream and this camera crew followed him in the bathroom, or whatever.
Gross.
Yeah. So there's that. Check out Ballbusters. We might talk about that first thing.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear. I haven't really been following that story. I know he's been off of Twitch forever, but I mean, you can't just say that. They got to have some receipts or something if they're going to be making these claims.
Like, you can't just make that claim. That is defamation to the highest degree.
Yeah.
I saw Gator was
come after
tweeting
him for
about
that.
it.
Should.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Twitch dudes. Don't go after minors. Don't text minors. We've had how many dozens of you?
Anybody, just don't. I mean, that should go without saying.
Well, I'm just saying in general, but especially if you're a public figure, don't text minors. It's gonna get out.
How about this? Just don't sext. Okay, I know it's fucking tempting. I know it's hard sometimes, and it'd be really nice. Just let's not.
Hard sometimes.
Oh, fuck you. Okay. Hard sometimes. Nick Rekieta, he can't get hard anymore.
Also, sometimes don't give your 9-year-old Coke. How about that? Don't leave kids alone. Don't give them your Coke. Don't sex them. Just fucking leave them the fuck alone.
I could have gone my entire life without knowing what a Baldo was, but thank you, Nick Rekieta.
I'm actually a defender of the Baldo because I find it funny. I'm actually.
It is pretty hilarious.
I do too, but I don't want to think of Nick Rekieta having to put one on, and now that's all I can think about.
Selena's grinning there. It's like,
don't think about it.
Why are you enjoying this topic of Baldo so much?
Oh God!
Now, before we get into this topic, everybody watching, thanks for checking out the channel. We're small, we're new, we're just having a lot of fun. Please share memes around. We enjoy that. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and help us have fun with you. But anyway, so Nick Rekieta has really turned into the unbreaded guy.
Yeah,
he is now the most. Would he be unbreaded or is he quite breaded? How does that work?
He's so breaded.
He's white breaded.
You know what? I'll say
triple breaded.
Check out Anime Odyssey roughly next month, July 25th. I will not ask live on air, but we will be having Legal Mindset on, and I'll ask him behind the scenes, and then I'll get back to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, be sure and remind me when you're going to be doing that so I don't miss that. I'm going to definitely want to check that out when it happens.
Yeah, I'd second that. I love to.
That's going to be more escapism than this, but talking anime, but I will.
I was gonna say, are you guys just gonna sit there and talk about VTubers for an hour and a half or two?
We might. I'm gonna ask him about VTubers because that's the whole point is escapism. So.
VTubers are amazing. My favorite.
They are amazing. Love you, Vag.
Like I watch Karate Chan. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Kirsch.
All right, last topic of the evening, and this is from Alyssa Clips. So I don't want to show this without giving her some credit.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Shout out
to her.
Casino, if you want to get the whole backstory on everything going on with this.
You only need like 4 minutes of this. Plus, it's muted, by the way.
Make sure you have a strong stomach.
Very briefly, and then we'll. I'm going to read the chats, and then we'll go. This is not going to be a long stream. It was going to be a much longer stream.
It was long.
First, the release of information that's supposed to be protected.
It's very long.
At a very specific time,
haircut.
right after I announce the show and right before the show starts.
I don't mind the haircut because I've got it.
Is something that is concerning.
I actually, I just did the same thing to myself, so I can't talk shit about Nick for the haircut. I got a new clipper, and the guard broke. So when I went to just take like a little off the sides, it went and skinned me.
See,
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
It worked out pretty well for me.
But it's like, but the thing is, some people can do the side shave and that's fine. But this is like greasy. This is like Heil Auschwitz, invade Poland kind of thing. It's all greased down. It's gross.
So I believe, because I was a Nick Rekieta fan for many years. I watched everything.
Me too.
Stream.
Same.
He does take a shower before stream, so I think it's more wet than anything else.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He should have dried a little more before he went on. He can afford a blow dryer, I would think.
Well, that's why I wear a hat. So
wet look is not it. It is not 1985.
No,
it's not 1935 either.
I was like,
We
you
really
guys
only
cut
need
your
to
hair.
watch like the first couple minutes because he gets right into it, and this is
like
what he's
about
getting
4 minutes.
the most grief for.
Yeah,
you need to get the most 4 minutes.
And of course, I will have a lawyer looking into that right away.
Don't have a lawyer looking into it if it's.
I know
true.
people want to draw conclusions from whatever's going on. And look, there's no way around it. There's nothing to say other than people will get to draw their conclusions from what they read. I'm not here to fight you guys at all. I'm not here to fight your conclusions. I'm not here to fight.
Now, see, he actually starts off pretty good. That's kind of what you would want to say in that situation.
Yes.
But
but then he goes
here's
off
the thing
rails
that
pretty quick.
Here's the thing that Kino pointed this out. Why has he just not said none of it's true? And then shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Why?
Exactly.
Just say none of it's true. Move on.
Exactly.
We're watching you.
Yeah,
guys.
it
He
starts
keeps
off good, but if
confirming
it
it.
stayed good, there wouldn't be a clip.
Yeah.
I'm right.
Alyssa clipped out fucking Jeremy from Geeks Gamers. Jeremy had a great response.
Yeah,
Holy
Jeremy's
shit.
response of how he would have handled it was actually perfect. I mean,
I watched the Legal Mindsets review on this whole thing back when the day after he went on the stream to release this to the public.
I watched the stream live.
So did I.
I hope he refunded a bunch of those fucking super chats.
Oh yeah, we'll see if he does that.
No, that's not going to happen.
I remember you were asking about that, Dermy. From my because I have had that happen. I forgot who I was trolling, but I had my super chat. $5 was deleted, and I never saw that again.
Yeah. I hope he refunded all that money because if he didn't, fuck him. Literally, fuck him.
Well, he had EDS in the as his mod.
He deleted
mod sugar daddy.
He deleted the melees.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now I saw some of them come in. They never made it to the screen, but you could read them if you were fast enough before they got.
So did I. I actually screenshotted some of them.
There's a really good one. Like, Nick, don't neglect us. Neglect your
You
kids.
shouldn't respect me because anybody who comes out like a little fucking bitch and says, I really am worried about my public image.
Oh, my fucking cock.
Not my family, not my liberty, not holding government accountable.
No. I'm going to say
government is holding you accountable, motherfucker.
I'm gonna do this again on Saturday Charity. Check it out. What I will say is fuck you. Okay, if you cared about your family, how is any of this protecting your family? How is the fucking P test to get your kids back helping your fucking family?
Search in the
all you have
master
to do is
bedroom,
do a
too.
goddamn P test.
I do got
How-
a theory about that. I think he's on some other stuff that's not coke, so that's why he's not doing the test.
Me too.
I think he's still I think he's still using that. That's my thing.
Absolutely,
but
he is.
he
That's
does
clear as
look.
day.
He looks a
Yeah,
lot
he's
better.
he's
but-
in the thrall of an addictive binge that's gone on for months and months. We watched it happen real time. Anybody that has a history of doing drugs or being around people that does drugs knows all of the signs. It was a running joke. Like,
yeah,
people
As
called it early
Rekeita
on.
once
What's wrong
said-
with Nick? Oh, he's tweaking.
But
more than that, like what he's in right now is he's in a oh shit, I got caught lull. Is he's baselining right now, and it's because he knows addicts know when they've been caught, and they will obfuscate, they will hide from it, they will run from it, but they won't fucking stop using.
But
like
one of the big things,
he's one really bad fucking day in the news away from like fucking diving into a bag of coke and not coming back out again.
Here's the thing though, when you're a streamer, a YouTuber, whatever, your whole thing is your public image. It just is. Okay, your words, everything you have going for you is the trust between you and your chat. Now, there's gonna be some bullshit. Okay, there's gonna be a bunch of people that leave because of what other fucking shit they're gonna leave about. Whether it's you changed because of like and you never did, but because maybe you're shitting on something that they like. Whatever it is, you're gonna change, you're gonna grow. Some people are gonna leave, some people are gonna join. What have you? Those are times you don't apologize for. It's like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. But at the end of the day, your public image is the most important thing about you. How the public views you is fucking important. And right now, for Nick Rekieta, what we are seeing is a man who is not family friendly, is a man who neglected his kids. He confirmed the legitimacy of that fucking of that Chips report. Okay,
right.
And what that said was your 9-year-old, only your 9-year-old tested positive for basically not everyday use, but decent amount.
Basically,
of
weekend use.
Yeah.
Continuous weekend use.
Consistent weekend use.
Yes,
Months.
consistent weekend use. It's not a cloud of anything. It's not, I touched it. This is a lot of usage. So, okay, your family is important to you. Well, why did your fucking kid have no cocaine in her goddamn system that's gonna fuck her up for the rest of her life? Okay, your liberty's good for you. How is you doing literally all of this shit, allowing your kids to be taken away, allowing all this shit to fall out as it has, helping your liberty?
As Rick James once said, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. How is
bringing in the go ahead, Dermy.
To the government.
Finish your thought.
Because you know what? The mistress, who the fuck cares about the mistress? But to the government part, in order to hold government accountable, hold government accountable. Fuck the government all day and night. But in order to believe Nick's side of the fucking story, you have to believe that Kiwi Farms, Joe fucking Biden, okay, because this is getting to levels higher than fucking the state of Minnesota. Joe fucking Biden and all fucking Rippaverse on some fucking levels, all teamed up to take down a small Minnesota lawyer who talked about rent house. Not Nick Rekieta.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Johnny Depp, and
Daryl
failed Vic Mignogna, Daryl Brooks. You'd have to believe that all these people came to fucking together to plant mounds of goddamn coke in his house and then get his daughter to basically be doing weekend doses of fucking coke.
And don't forget the wife.
And the wife. The wife
and the two friends in their polycule.
Yes, they're polycool. You have to believe all this stuff goes on at the same time. And now, when it comes to Aaron Imholt, I think you can't. His integrity is damaged. Take it with a grain of salt, as it will. But he is revealing some shit. I firmly believe
he at least has remorse.
I think he's a piece of shit too, just to be honest.
I think he's a piece of shit.
I enjoy hearing what he has to say, but I still
it's fun. It's entertaining.
He keeps go on PPP and go on Kino Casino, say, hey, I'm dropping the whole story, and then continue to leak more of the story out there.
Yeah,
like, dude, they wanted. I firmly believe Nick Rekieta thinks he wanted to form a fucking cult. I firmly fucking believe that. I firmly believe he wanted to start this whole cult. I firmly believe that fucking Kayla fell in love with goddamn Aaron. Okay, I do believe this stuff because the more I watch this, the more I'm like, dude, there's some fucking shit. There's craziness going on here. I believe Kayla was a part of it. I believe Kayla's probably still there. She probably still loves Nick and everything like that. And guess what? So is fucking April. Okay,
April.
He's plowing that 30-year-old pussy like it's like it's 7 days from Sunday because he still has his goddamn mistress in there. They're doing coke. He's still probably fucking drinking. She's still probably doing coke. They're all still doing coke. I firmly fucking believe it. You don't give a fucking damn about your goddamn kids. You don't give a damn about your liberty. You don't give a damn about protecting, like, actually going after the goddamn government and holding them to account. Because if you fucking did, you wouldn't be doing this goddamn shit. You would care about your public image. You would care about all this stuff. And you know what? You would take a goddamn plea deal and just admit, I fucked up. But no, you want to be a goddamn libertarian, borderline. I agree with fucking Legal Mindset on this. Borderline Daryl fucking Brooks. And what you want to come out here and think, well, I could beat all this. I'm a smart lawyer. I'm just a great, amazing guy. Everybody looks up to me. Look at all my sub count. No, fuck you. Okay, you burn it all down. You hurt my trust. You think it's fucking easy going to my goddamn father, going to my mother, and saying the man that did a toast to my grandfather has now been found to have all this shit in his closet, to have fucked up royally? You think it's fucking easy to do that? I relied on Nick. I viewed Nick as a goddamn inspiration. He's one of the 4 reasons I started my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I defended Nick countless times. You think this is fucking easy for me? Just admit you fucked up, okay? We all fuck up. We all have our downfalls. We all screw up. People would be more willing to accept you. You go through the legal shit. You say, hey, you know what? I fucked up. I messed up. People would be more endeared to you. People would care about you. People were hoping and praying to God that you can get through this. You know what? Now I'm kind of on the side. I hate the kids are in the foster care system. Why the fuck isn't the rest of the family stepping up to take care of them?
They're in the foster care. I thought they were
in the they're in the
according
foster
to
care
documents.
system. Yeah, they're in the foster care system.
Christ.
You know what? I hope grandma and grandpa take care. I hope somebody in their family takes care of them. Don't give them back to Nick. The more I see this, I'm like, don't give him back. He doesn't deserve them. He doesn't deserve these 5 kids. These 5 kids, he at least did one thing right before his goddamn midlife crisis. He raised them right enough to know when it's time to say, hey, we need fucking help here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only goddamn thing he did right.
The fact that he's not doing any of the things you mentioned, Dermy, and instead he's leaning into it and he's still standing on this platform of self-righteous indignation.
So I don't like listening to Josh Moon. I don't like his podcast at all, and Alyssa Clips likes to clip it out. But I did listen to his recent one.
I don't even know who that is.
The creator of
He's creator of
okay. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Alyssa Clips clipped out his recent one. He's worse than quartering on his goddamn videos. And like streams. Like it takes 20 minutes to say a stupid fucking thing. I had to watch him at 1.75 speed to just have a decent
that's how I watch the quartering.
Yeah, he's worse than the quartering. When it came to this though, Nick reached out. He admitted Nick reached out because Josh locked his goddamn thread on Kiwi Farms and was like, good job. Thank you for stopping people from talking about me. You did a great thing there. But Josh then revealed, I stopped people from talking about you on your thread because they were talking so much about this document that I made a new thread so they can talk about this document.
Oh, God.
He doesn't want people talking about him. He doesn't like this. He watches every little thing about him.
Yeah.
He is a goddamn
He's a narcissist.
Coward. He's a narcissist. He's a coward. He's his own worst enemy right now, and he won't fucking shut the fuck up Go through the legal
because
process. He keeps digging it worse. And when he goes on the legal mindset, we're the best. And actually, this is actually a debate tactic as well. When anybody ever starts attacking you with ad hominem, saying how gay you are, how fat you are, how whatever, does all this stuff, calls you a goddamn Canadian that doesn't know how to go to the right city or whatnot, going after everybody. When they're starting to do the whole ad hominem attacks, that means they have no legitimate argument. That means they have nothing to actually say. They are only doing stuff right now to attack you and say that you're bad because you're against me right now. That's the only reason they're doing this.
The old Anakin Skywalker tactic. If you're not with me, then you're my enemy. It's like, no, buddy, nobody's with you because you don't apologize for anything.
Here's the thing. I want Nick to get better. I love Nick. He's a wonderful dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like him anymore, but I want him to get better.
I want the kids to be okay. He can burn in hell as far as I'm concerned.
Right now, yeah, he can burn in hell.
I can't respect him, but for the sake of his family, I hope he gets better. I can't respect the man over the fucking
before the kid
plans
thing came out.
With his children someday.
Before the kid thing came out, I was like, you know what? They're probably overblowing some shit. Like the latest kid thing, the 9-year-old on coke. Yeah. They're probably overblowing some things. Maybe we don't know, but I want you to admit that you fucked up. Okay, go through rehab, do it all, take the plea deal, because it sounds like they have you dead to rights. There's no way to fucking beat this shit. The more I see it, the more I'm convinced he's gonna take this to fucking trial. He's gonna have a fucking 12-man goddamn jury there, and there's all I see is him fucking everything up, and they're gonna fucking hang him. They're gonna goddamn hang him. And you know what?
Looking at this from like an addict perspective, he hasn't hit that moment of rock bottom self awareness yet.
I thought he did the moment he got arrested, and he had that whole everybody chiming in that whole fuck case. I thought that was the moment he hit rock bottom. No,
they don't hit rock bottom when they get arrested or get caught. They get defensive.
I'm scared he's not going to hit rock bottom till he's. I'm scared he's not going to hit.
Some
rock
people
bottom
just never do.
Burning in hell. I'm legitimately scared he's not going to hit rock bottom till he's dead.
Well, honestly, these are his choices that he's made, and he's made them repeatedly, and he's made them over the span of maybe a couple years at this point. We don't know, but he's made it to such an extent where his kids are now affected by it. This is his own bed, and he gets to lay in it. And either everybody has a choice. Everybody has the opportunity to, once they learn new information, or maybe they snap out of a certain mindset, they have the opportunity. Everybody does, to go a different way, but he hasn't. And it could be either ego or denial or a combination of both. I definitely think it's definitely a combination. I think it's more ego at this point, but I think he just does not want to make, because if he were to truly understand what he did to his family, especially his kids, again, a 9-year-old testing positive for coke with a hair follicle test does not happen by accident. I don't think he has allowed himself to properly let that sink in, because that would mean that he is culpable. That would mean that
he might actually be in denial that even really happened. Like
it could be, but he can't admit it, because that would mean that he's wrong. And no, I'm the good dad. I'm the base trad dad. I'm the libertarian. The government's after me. I'm doing everything right. No, you're fucking not. Remember, you haven't done that for months.
Real quick, Diana sent in my first ever super chat for $20. Love the show. Keep up. Thank you. You did not have to do that.
You did not have to do that.
Button. Have a good button for this. Need something better.
Diana, be popping your cherry iron.
There we go. That's all I got.
Oh God, that's my sister. Don't say that.
Why do you think I said it?
That's why I said you didn't have to do that.
Well, here's your new. Hey, Iron. Here's your polycool. I'm dumb joke.
Oh, come on.
No.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Bad joke, I know. But here's the thing, though. Awful joke. Yeah. Whatever. Here's the thing, though, about Nick Rekieta. I will never change.
Good.
About Nick Rekieta, though, he has admitted he will not go to rehab because that's admitting guilt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He views it as like the judge is going to come down on me. Fucking potentially criminal has come out and said, no, they will view you better. They will actually be more lenient on you. You'll probably just get a massive fine. You'll get your kids back. The fact that he and fucking Minnesota has these weird laws. If you post bonds, you don't have to do the P test. Okay, Chips comes in. If you want your kids back, you got to do the hair follicle test. You got to prove all this stuff, and you got to list in your master bedroom. Okay, this is where all this stuff was found. Just let us do this. They wanted to give the kids back. He said
State
no
always
to
does.
Mm-hmm. He
always
said no
does.
to every second of it. Do I trust the state? Do I trust the government? Do I trust CPS? No. But when I'm seeing a guy admit, I don't want to do any of this shit. I don't want to go through any of this. I'm not going to go through rehab. I'm perfectly fine. No, you're not. You need to admit that you're not.
If he was a competent father, he would have done everything he could to get his kids back.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Every single thing under the fucking... Well, first of all, if he was a competent father, he wouldn't have done any of this shit in the first place. Bringing a fucking couple in your home and moving them into your house just to fuck them, that isn't for your family. That's for you. Abusing alcohol, that's for you. Starting to be a cokehead, starting to do ketamine and whatever the fuck else they had in the house, that's for you. That is every single one of those fucking things is a detriment to your ability to be a competent fucking father. So you can't be a competent father and do all that shit. It's fucking possible. That's not what you can do. And I feel like he's playing this so close to the vest because he like most addicts and narcissists like he can't admit that he is wrong. So he's going to go and fight this, and that's going to fuck him up the ass in court. Because he's done everything he can to put all of his life out on display for everybody, to let everybody watch this for fucking months. And every time his dumbass goes on stream again, he might as well be adding another year to whatever sentence he ends up with. But moreover, he's giving CPS more evidence to never fucking let him see his kids again. The court and the sentencing rules that they have. Yeah.
Yeah, and the charging documents, they say that they're watching it.
Yeah, they're sitting there watching it now. CPS and all of the people who are trying his drug case. Now, the drugs he might get, he might get parole, he might get fines, whatever. CPS is going to be up his butthole until every single one of those kids is 18. If he doesn't like fucking do something drastic,
Nick,
he will never be rid of CPS.
This is a few years ago that this came. He admitted to this. When was the last time Nick got swatted? I think that was 2 years ago. But Nick has admitted that everybody at the police station and his local area watches his stream.
Yeah.
He has talked about this.
He was
all the government officials. Yeah, he was proud of that. All the government
also
officials.
Remember that
watches his stream.
the woman that he's been bashing the hardest, the judge that he's been bashing the hardest on some other case he was doing, is now the one presiding over this case. She recused herself.
So she did recuse herself because she knew that she was gonna.
I mean,
no.
that's I get it. I get it. I would just have rather.
She was too like. It was against conflict of interest. He then got connected to a different guy who is in his county the hardest motherfucker on drug charges ever in his county.
Ow!
The moment you have a drug charge, you're fucked if you get him.
He also said some shit about one of the government witnesses, like one of the witnesses.
The latest one was going up against
well. Like, dude,
he brought up Alicia Sweeps, which is the CPS individual, by the way, Sweeps, and also the I think the
police commissioner, Jim Felt.
Yeah, Jim Felt is the police sergeant. So there's that Sweeps and Felt.
Felted.
Interesting how that goes. But he called out Alicia Sweeps on that stream.
Because he's a narcissistic idiot.
But
he thinks he's a narcissist with all of this shit. He thinks he's smarter than everyone.
Let's
let Nemesis get a
lawyer.
Let Nemesis think.
Here's what I don't understand. I've been watching him since Vic Mignogna, and the one consistent piece of advice that he gives out freely is shut the frick up. Yep. When you are in trouble, shut up. Yep. If you have a platform, shut up about it. Just don't talk about it. But
he thinks he's smart.
Again, you guys are right. Absolute narcissism has taken over.
Yeah. And one thing that adds to, if you already have a narcissistic personality, you add those types of narcotics on top of that.
Yeah.
Your ego goes through the fucking roof.
Selena, Selena, what were you gonna say?
Oh, he just thinks he's untouchable, you know? the narcissism's in he just, and he's arrogant. Like, I mean, I've never seen somebody literally say fuck you and
fuck you right in
my
your mouth.
word. Like he gaslights the audience. He literally says, you guys don't know what you saw. Well, yes, we did.
Believe your lying eyes.
I 100% advocate for people to check out Kino Casino.
Yep, absolutely.
They are
Yeah,
they do stuff for the premise of comedy all the fucking time. Like it's a comedy show. But one of the things that you have to realize about what they're doing at the same time is you have to realize that they're also like looking at this shit. They're digging into this. They have posts from locals. They have all the stuff from locals. They're watching what the sweepers are saying. It's insane. It's so
actually really good
crazy.
investigative journalists.
Yeah,
in a way.
you're excellent at it. I was surprised. It's like, you look like Wayne Knight. What are you doing? You should be working for the New York Post or something.
They should do their own fucking thing.
Yellow Flash is appearing tonight on Kino Casino.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to do it.
Let's
week,
go, buddy!
Oh, I fucking love Yellow Flash. I know I've had him on my channel. I've been trying to get him
me
back
too.
on. He's a goddamn beast. It's hard to get him on, so like it happens. But like Yellow Flash knows Nick really well. A lot of people know Nick really well, and even all the Nick defenders, like some of the big ones, are starting to like, dude, you fucked up.
He lost Camelot. I was like,
I don't trust Camelot. I think
I don't either,
Camelot,
but the fact that he even said anything is kind of huge because
fact
we
that
have
he
like
said
Dick and
something-
EBS going like, oh, there's a conspiracy.
I'm gonna be
Camelot's
honest. When
like
it comes to Camelot, I view him as a fair weather fan. He goes wherever the grift goes, and if the public's starting to switch tides, he's gonna go with that tide.
Fair weather.
I always I
We all know people like that.
100% agree with Dermy. I say that to a lot of people, because I remember him back in the GameStop days, where it was like back in like the mid 2000s, where it was like it was popular to hate on GameStop, and I always felt his stories was like kind of fabricated because
when it comes to Nick Rekieta, not Nick Rekieta, but Camelot, I don't think it's a Kirsch clip. I need to look up the YouTuber again because I've been watching
Kirsch. I like that.
It is.
Kirsch
There's
went
a very fucking good Kirsch clip.
Yeah,
it's
Kirsch
not
went
on
off on
Kirsch's,
the other day too.
It's not on Kirsch's channel. It's on another individual's channel who does a bunch of VTubing clips and also clips out Kirsch the majority of the time. Great channel. I've actually got a chance to talk to that person. Wonderful individual. Again, I'm digging deeper and deeper into VTubing. I find it so fascinating and wonderful. Kirsch went off on him and showed that he's in. When you define grifter, you have Camelot there. I don't like calling people grifters all the time, but Camelot is the guy that will go with wherever the tide's turning.
Yeah, I know I know clip I saw it the other day too. I watched it because I like Kirsch. I started watching her on Gundam, and then I was like, then she was on Side Scrollers, and
she was on Side Scrollers first, then Gundam. But I'm subbed to Kirsch. I'm a member of Kirsch. I even use my free Prime thing on Twitch, which I don't use Twitch at all. Gave it to Kirsch. I'll admit it, I'm a Kirsch sib. That's because I have base. I have
body pillow. Where's the body pillow?
I agree. I want the body pillow.
We know it's there.
I want the body pillow of Kirsch
for the simple arm.
Where's the body pillow footage?
I'll do it. I don't.
But
have
we're
one
running
yet,
a little over, so let's get our
Kirsch is
final
awesome.
thoughts on
I
the
have 20
Nick
minutes for
situation, and then
Ballbusters.
have a nice palette change to close out the evening.
It's depressing. It's sad. I wish the dude would just get better. Like, it fucking hurts me, but he's pissed it all away, and I don't think he's ever gonna reach the heights that he once did. So,
no, there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from this and rebuilding your image. Like, anybody who's like that shit happens to your kids in public. When the body cam footage comes out, I think that won't be rock bottom, but he's gonna not fucking take very well the entire world seeing his house look like shit. Like, he's a big narcissist. Everybody to think he's perfect and rich, and his house probably looked like a fucking trailer park.
It's described as such. So yeah.
What I'll say is there is an individual who was in this chat, by the way. who is leaking me some information, and he has told me it's fucking bad. He knows a lot more.
You're going to see him spiral after that.
He knows what
Got your money.
he knows, like he's been right on everything, and he also knows what it looks like inside the house. He hasn't shown me any images. I trust him. He's been right on countless times. He's also been on my channel a few times. He's a cool dude. I'm not going to leak the name, but because he's been right so far, it's going to get a whole lot worse, because what's inside the house is, from what my understanding, on par with a goddamn horror.
Yep.
Sweeping. It means sweeping.
Sweeping is old. Yeah, sweeping is old timey. Fuck, I can't remember what it is. 4chan. Things in which you're like cleaning up for the guy. You're helping the guy up. You're janitorial for the guy.
You're coming in to clean up for OP or something, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mopping up the mud behind him.
You're going to see him spiral pretty hard when that footage comes out, if it's that bad. And he's not going to be able to cope with that, because there's no hiding it. There's no covering up your house looking like a fucking hoarder house. There's no fixing that in the public image. And he will have I fear for him when that comes out, because I mean, I fuck the guy, but it gets bad if it's as bad as it sounds when that footage hits, and he will not cope with that well at all. Addicts do not, because there's no hiding that anymore. They're laid bare, and there's nothing worse than being laid bare. They can't deal with the they can't deal with the emotional strain of that. And at least in my experience, in my family, that just leads to them pouring on more of their addiction, pouring on more of their substance, whatever it is, to deal with the stress. And it isn't going to be good.
You should totally get a pool going to see how many times he mentions AI, or if he mentions AI, is like, this is a conspiracy.
These are deep fakes.
What were we going to say, Nem? I saw you wanting to chime in real quick.
Yeah,
my final thoughts on the matter is, I don't know the guy personally. Never went to any of the meetups with him. I never was available. Things were in the way. But ultimately, it sucks, because I used to look up to him. I thought he was really knowledgeable constitutionally. I trusted in his assessment on things, even if he didn't get it right all the time. I mean, the laws or courts will do court things. But I think what really sucks is it's just that it's the feeling of validation to all the detractors, from everyone all the way back to Kick Vic, to Depp and Herd, to Rittenhouse, all those big ones. They now have justification to just shit on any opinion that he held in regards to those, and and take away from any victory and anything that he helped support up to this point.
A guy I despise, Duncan Can't Die. I was a fan. I've talked about this a lot. I was a fan of him. I was a part of his community. He was fun at the time. He's a big PokeTuber. He and Nick debated. Nick destroyed him. Duncan's been going on that goddamn victory lap right now. And it's like, dude, you.
Yeah.
The day Nick and him debated was actually an emotional day for me, because it's like I'm getting justification for my hatred of this dude right now, and now it's giving Duncan this fuel, and it's like, it hurts.
And that's what happens anytime when a prominent member of, a counterculture type movement gets exposed for kind of being either not true to their word, because he did he branded himself as something that, the monogamous family man, libertarian, all that's kind of not the case. It kind of gives reason for them to just shit on everything that they stood for, not just the person, but everybody and anybody that ever was associated with them, anybody that believes in any of the same ideals. It's all bullshit, and you're all bullshit because he's bullshit.
Yep.
I mean, we met him last year. We met him at the meetup last year.
Yeah.
We hung out with him and his wife, and it's just sad. It's super sad.
I met him I've met him twice at Anime Matsuri.
Same.
Yeah. I bought him. Oh, you met him at Anime?
Yeah.
Were you there last year?
I was. Yeah. I got a picture. I got a picture with him, actually.
We missed each other.
We probably did,
Yeah,
if you're
'cause
going
I
to be
was
there
there
this
the
year, I'm
past
going to be there too.
Not this year.
But-
I couldn't afford it.
Oh,
I could
man,
only
the
do
one
I
year.
could only do Vegas, Florida, or whatever, and I did Vegas.
Yeah,
Next
don't
year I'm
blame
gonna
me.
do
But-
Vegas again, just build up time. But
Same.
he's super fucking nice in person.
He was,
And
but
I
I
bought
don't
his
know if you mentioned. I don't know if you realized because the first time I met him, I remember him talking about going to the hentai part of Anime Matsuri. Because yes, there is a hentai portion of Anime Matsuri.
It's
There's
fun.
one at every anime convention.
I'm curious. I have to know what that's like. And as I
it's insane.
I might pop in for like 20 minutes and then probably have
insane.
like
I can tell you,
but he was talking about it. But I'm like,
wait,
he was talking about it. I'm like, that's a weird thing to do with your wife here. And he was talking about going with a lot of other people. Like, that's strange.
Was it though?
And
Vagabond.
insane.
but not now.
Yeah,
It's not. No.
Vagabond.
Let's let Vagabond chime in real quick.
Sorry.
Yeah. Some of the cons I go to, they got a hentai section, whatever, or adult section.
Yeah.
And then I've been in them. Just I'm telling the truth. So
Yeah. I know.
and I have some stuff I bought. so I won't show them on stream, but
Yeah, don't.
no.
I will only get 2 body pillows. I
They do
promise.
things.
At Anime Matsuri, they have like this they have like hentai areas all over the place, but they have a panel. You have to be 18 or up to go. That is showing hentai. I've heard what goes on there. It's insane levels.
Oh my god, where?
No, I haven't.
I have.
Oh, I
there was
need to
one-
know
there-
exactly where it is, so I stay far away.
There is one. So at the actual
Kidding.
hentai thing, one of the times they showed a samurai getting shoved into somebody's lady bits, and then getting
Less
melted
interested.
by the stuff inside the lady bits.
More interested.
I think I've seen that clip going around Twitter. Actually, I've seen.
I've not.
Are you taking the piss? Are you real?
I'm
No, I'm
serious.
serious.
I'm not-
Oh my god!
Yeah, the
Next Assassin's Creed is going to be amazing.
Yeah, Anime Atlanta weekend. So they got an adult section, but same thing. You have to show your ID to get in or whatever, and then it's closed off, so you can't see on the outside. So there's different booths you can go into throughout the convention. So one of them I went to, you got like cosplayers and they do like a calendar, and in the calendar also you see them naked or the worlds too or something like that. Or I got this one thing. So one of my favorite Digimon is Angelomon, and so it's a cosplayer as Angelomon, and you turn it. Remember those things from the 90s where you turn it and it turns to another image?
Yeah.
So you
it's
see
all-
her as Angelomon and you see her like completely nothing on.
Holographic ridges, yeah.
I'll admit this. At Anime Matsuri last year, Gal was there with me. She watched me buy some things that I cannot
Why did
show
you
on
do that in front of her?
because
Why
I
did
saw
Gal
them.
watch?
I saw them and I was like, I'm not gonna buy them. I wanted to buy them, and she was like, just buy them, okay? And it's like,
Gal, why?
She enabled her.
You know she's gonna use it as
buy
a
them so I
me
can make fun of
embarrassed.
you forever. After
She was
that.
making,
why
making
she
an
did it.
investment.
It's
Yeah,
on
it's like,
purpose.
I could
but
roast you
they're,
forever.
I look at them a lot. They're wonderful pictures, but I still have to sit there and go like, Gal watched me buy these. God.
And then
Shout out
you
to
walk away
Gal.
like, "Hey, I'm happy." Oh,
But
fuck.
hey,
Okay,
real quick,
like we need a con where it's you, me, and Gal just going around in there and shit.
I love this idea.
Oh,
I
no.
love this idea.
What am I,
I'm
chopped
willing
liver?
to. I'm willing to, Strider, you can come too. Okay,
And I'll be there too.
You can be our stepson. Whatever.
Whatever
we need to
gets me in the
figure it
door.
out. But I do have to say, I do have to dip. I have like 10
Oh,
minutes
yeah.
before Ballbuster
All
starts,
right,
and I
let's-
have to go use the
Of
bathroom.
course.
So
Yeah, we gotta get going.
Mama horny bitch.
yeah.
Why don't you
she's
go
gonna
ahead
hurt
and
me.
shout yourself out?
Hi. If you guys have enjoyed my baseness and unprofessionality, go check out my channel, which is Dermy Wermy. It is the name right there. Or check me out on Twitter, Dermy Wermy. Here in literally 10 minutes, hopefully it starts on time because I do have to use the bathroom. We will be doing Ball Busters, which is not professional whatsoever. I at least attempt, but it never goes the way I want it to go. In which we'll be talking about a bunch of stuff. Some stuff we've talked about here, except for Nick Rekieta and actually Acolyte and Star Wars is the only thing we're going to be talking about here that's the same. But if you want to get more of my Nick Rekieta discussion and stuff like that, check out Saturday Charity, which is like 9:30 Central Time. And yeah,
Yep.
I've enjoyed being on. You guys are wonderful. I fucking love this, and I would love to come back on again.
You're welcome anytime.
Absolutely, Dermy.
Anytime, Dermy.
We love you.
And
all right,
you're
take
gone.
care, Dermy.
Get out of here.
Gay boy.
Whoops.
Thanks again, Dermy. Check his channel
Derm-
out, Ballbusters
Yes.
tonight.
And see, whereas Dermy had such a high bar set by looking up to Nick Rekieta as his streaming inspiration, mine was set very low because I looked up to Dermy Wermy. Like, hey, if he can do it, shit, anybody can.
Exactly.
No, but seriously, I've been a big fan of Dermy's for a long time, so this was a really big treat for me to get to have him on my channel after watching him since he started his. So thanks a lot, dude. You're welcome back anytime. We are going to close out the evening. Do you guys want to share the... Oh, yeah, absolutely. Looks like we're going with...
Got some memes.
We do.
You got to rewind it from the beginning. Can you do that on Instagram? I don't know.
You can.
Hang on.
I can't wait to go to your funeral knowing that I could have changed that outcome.
But watch it from the beginning. It gets hilarious.
Man, what the hell? Shit got real quick. I was just asking if you would be there.
Would you guys be there for me if I was going through something?
No. Nope. Absolutely not.
I hope it sucks whatever you're going through.
I hope it sucks. What the fuck? I hope it emotionally scars you for the rest of your life. I hope you reach out to me so I can ignore you.
I can't wait to go to your funeral knowing that I could have changed that outcome.
Man, what the hell? Shit got real quick. I was just asking if you would be there.
Man, you know
that
every
was
single
great.
that was me. Every
Exactly.
single one of those men in that chat would die for that man because that's how men communicate. Whenever it makes me so happy seeing that, even though they're all wishing he'd die.
Absolute worst.
To come to it. That's how men joke, and you know that you've got a good group of friends around you when they roast you that quickly because they didn't even hesitate. Like, no, I will not. No, absolutely not. I hope it sucks. I love that.
RedStrider, if you're ever having an emotional breakdown and you DM me, you're like, bro, I really need to talk. Really hurt. I'm just gonna send you a picture of my ass cheeks like that.
And that will make me feel so much better.
Oh.
Would you like a little whiskey, ma'am?
Certainly not.
Is there a bottle of
Round 2 rails like a champ.
Someone's
Okay.
not sleeping tonight.
Here's what you need to do. You need to cut that clip out. Put Nick Rekeita's face on the lady, and put Nick Rekeita's face on the guy drinking whiskey.
Get on it, Iron.
Yeah, they're both just like
Absolutely.
pre 6 months ago Nick Rekieta and now Nick Rekieta.
Do
Oh,
it.
that's good. Yeah,
Do
that's
it.
good.
Oh,
I
good.
have deployed my new S500 system. Yeah, cool, whatever. Florida, stop it. He's in international waters off of my coast. I don't have to listen to you. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. I got a whole navy full of John boats that want to say hello to you. Hey, leave my submarine alone. How about you leave Ukraine alone? No, I don't want to. Well, then I guess you got your answer. We'll just wait till it breaks down and tell some crackheads it's full of copper. Have that son bitch on shore in like 2 hours. That leave Ukraine was probably the best interaction ever. Anyways, you were saying something about your next invincible system. Yes, my S500 is capable of detecting, engaging, and destroying your F-35 and your F-22. Okay, time for everybody who read that same article as me to learn about radars. In the S-500 system, as well as in the S-400 system, they have one low-frequency radar. The low-frequency radar is capable of detecting stealth aircraft. However, it does not produce enough fidelity to get an engagement solution. So it can see it, but it can't shoot it. Furthermore, stealth is not an infinite resource. It is a finite resource. For example, when I say the F-22 is a Mach 2 Bumblebee, it has roughly the radar cross-section, meaning the returns to a radar of the size of a bumblebee, which means the closer that system gets to that sensor, the higher probability is that it's going to get enough returns to detect that aircraft. This has been my radar talk. When I get high on speed. Mach 2 bumblebee's a drug for me. My heart, kickstart my heart. What I'm getting at is, send me in, coach. Let's put that fucking system to the test. I love
It's awesome.
Oh, that's some feel good news.
Oh, this was cool. I saw this.
Crabtron.
What? Okay, this is awesome.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
That's just really fucking cool.
I want a 3D scan of that.
It's gonna smell so bad.
You know,
That's
that's when
amazing.
like someone goes to one of those Native American reservation casinos and goes to the all-you-can-eat buffet and start having like baggies with like empty crab shells and shit.
You're gonna know what the guy's up to. It's like, I know what video you just watched, dude.
He's like scrounging the plates for the leftover shells.
Devil, what the hell's wrong with you putting that Dermy's head on that body? Meaning
That motherfucker is not real.
I think there's some buried under there.
Oh,
yeah, if you go into the comments.
Devil one.
I know what my clip's going to be next week. Thanks to Devil made me do it in Dermy.
And then under cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or yeah. There's one there. Yeah, there you go. I think I could make it worse, but there it is.
Mine's above that.
Thumbnail right there.
That's a good one. Though. That should be a Ball Busters thumbnail if I don't say
Yes.
so.
Yes.
Devil challenged me to draw him like one of Dermy's gay muscle men. So
Did you click the right spot? I think you
do it.
There. I saw it. Where'd you put it? It was back under the devil comment.
Yeah, it's under Devil's comment.
Click there. Click down.
And then
scroll
show
down.
replies.
Yeah, keep going down. Yeah. But there it is.
Wow. Wow.
It's the cover of the gay porn no one asked for.
Oh, we can do something with both of those assets. We'll just smush them together.
A bodice ripper if ever there was one.
All right. Well, we are way over on time. We tried to run a respectable show, and I think we didn't even last 15 minutes. This.
Oh man. Oh,
for reference.
This is
How many is on your roster?
There's only one I want. I love you, Pookie, forever.
How do you get over a breakup?
I love you too.
The way to get over one is get under another. Take the cobwebs off this thing.
This don't miss. What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to it. Spit on that thing. You get me?
Why does the accent make it so much hotter?
Oh, dude, the accent. Oh, the Southern girl accent. I'm about it.
She's loyal to her man, though. She's like, I love you, I love you, Paige.
Yeah. Someone's getting Clinton listed.
Oh man.
When she said go to the polls, I don't think that's what she meant.
Wait, question.
I was drinking my coffee, you son of a bitch.
Whatever she was referencing, that would be amazing if she. Oh, I mean, that's awesome.
Hey, so is Monica Lewinsky even alive still?
She is.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Hillary didn't get to her.
Too public to.
Not yet. Give it time.
I do have to say, they're Crank That did a wonderful song compilation to Haktua. He knocked that one out of the park. I gotta pull it up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, that's not it.
But this is great.
This one goes out to all you clippitards out there. Her name's Mint Salad. She was an e-girl with stupid costumes that she wears, and her tits drop down to there. Her boyfriend's Riley, and he's a retard. He enjoys pissing on her face, and she gets passed from place to place. She likes to think she's more, but she's a dirty whore. Pretend she's got a high IQ, but it's on the floor. Now they're coping and seething. EVS screams while barely breathing. Yes, they're coping and seething. Riley gets drastic while slapping a spastic. Now they're coping. They were in love. His name is Rippa. He made a comic. He bought his fandom to a bar, so they both jumped in their car. They tried to raid it and got rejected. And when the owner called the cops, that's when both their faces dropped, because they're both so dim. And when they questioned him, they discovered an active warrant and they took him in. Now they're coping and seething. Dick cries like a baby that's teething. Yes, they're coping and seething. Mint is alone now and they are all locals. Yes, they're coping. She lost her love. Her name's Mint Salad, she's an e-thought. Now Riley's sitting in the clink, and they sprayed him cause he stinks. And it's so funny, but not for Salad, because they both ended up doxxed. And we've all seen Riley's cock, and it was really small. There was less cock than balls. Dick and EVS look pathetic while they sweep the halls. Now they're coping and seething. Their ego is wounded and bleeding. Yes, they're coping and seething. Piss porn and pedos, especially Vito. Yes, they're coping. She is so dumb, and he's a bum. I'm here all week, folks. Try the fish, and don't forget to tip your waitress.
Oh my god, this is great. Yeah.
Okay.
Holy
Okay.
fucking
Damn,
shit.
wow.
Jack, nice.
Jack.
My God. You sing like an American. God bless you, sir.
Oh, my
Brilliant.
fucking jaw hurts.
Okay.
You gotta.
Accent strong with him.
This has to be the outro every time, and I already got some work to do to put some
Yes.
animation to that.
Oh yeah, I've already.
This will be played at my third wedding.
Great
That
stuff.
closeout, the perfect lounge theater. Try the fish. Jesus.
I love that part.
What's great is that I've been listening to a lot of like live Rat Pack stuff from their days in Vegas, and that was perfect. Jack, well
It is.
done. You
Yeah,
sound
that
like
was
one of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's working on the video. Here we go. We got the video accompaniment.
Oh snap! I know a bunch of professional wrestlers in
You
my
are a
area.
crooner.
Someone should dress up as like all the detractors and have like and then that'll be the theme song or whatever.
Just don't act out what the lyrics.
You know, and with Luma Dream Machine, all you gotta do is take still images of all of them. You can make them sing and dance along to this without any problem whatsoever.
What would be great is if Riley was being marched out with the two cops behind him. They were dancing.
You know, and it was Jack that also made the viral Cops theme song.
Yes,
meme.
that was fantastic.
Yep.
Really got under a lot of people's skin.
I didn't
which
think my
it's like-
footage could get any better, but that made it better.
I'm telling, man, RedStrider, you're my friend and everything, but if you got arrested, I would not hesitate to do that to you.
No, please do. Please do, because
I would do
deserve
that in a heartbeat to anyone on the panel, including my wife, because it would be fucking hilarious.
Oh,
So
yeah.
anybody insulted by seeing somebody getting hauled off in an embarrassing and funny situation where they're being arrested and not putting the cops theme to it, and not laughing about it, you're fucking dumb.
Man,
Because
just
Even if it
that's
offends
whole-
you, don't let on, because we're just going to use it to browbeat you and shit on you time and time again. So don't let on that it bothers you. Just cardinal rule.
that whole turn of events where we saw him like trying to explain the whole lore to the cop, and the cop was just like just standing there. That shit was hilarious because we were this one chick was actually playing their stream on a phone, so we would like go look at them and go look at the stream. That shit was hilarious.
One of the best nights of my life.
All right. Well, I think we had a pretty good, really fun show this evening.
It was a lot of fun.
Good show tonight.
So we're going to go ahead and go around the horn, give everybody their outro, and call it a night. We'll start at the bottom with RedStrider. What's going on, man?
Hello. Well, I'm usually on Monday nights with MSK for the whichever Nightwing or Iron Man podcast. I'm sorry, I do not remember. It's been a long week, but I'm gonna be I won't be on this coming Monday because I've got a company in town, so it's gonna be fun. But really excited for Gooding that just went on sale today. So just got my cover B order in. That's the best one out there. So that's gonna be whenever that drops. I'm gonna get my review in. I just reviewed Yaira #1. So if you want a non-spoiler, feel free to stick around until I give you the warning. I have warning and spoilers, and then spoilers will follow. So if you ever, so definitely go check that out on my channel. I'm locked out of Twitter until next week because they misunderstood my use of the word purge. But when I get back, I'm going to be posting all the fire memes and stirring up shit. So it's gonna be fun. And then usually here every Friday.
All right. Awesome. And
All right,
we're gonna
man.
Go ahead and just whoops.
Thought be gone.
This this was a lot.
Oh.
Just remember
hello.
myself. But hey, you know what? We'll go with Nemesis next. So tell everybody where you're going to be, man, and where they can find you.
Oh, what's up, everyone? Nemesystemic here. Yeah, you can find. Actually, started my stream. We're doing it Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're up at the ass crack of dawn on the West Coast, you can still catch me. We're just pursuing the dream of becoming an EDM producer, and one day, hopefully, I figure that whole thing out. Next one's going to be next Monday, and all the back end stuff for the stream is done. So it's going to be nothing but music production next week. So look forward to it.
Awesome, man. And next one, let's get you out of there real quick. And you're gone. There we go. All right, Vagabond, what's going on, man? Tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter, or just all over the country, I guess, in different cons. So I was in Orlando, Texas, Vegas, and then I'll be here in Georgia at the Dragon Con coming up soon. I still need to buy my tickets, but other than that, I'm just pretty much I'm here every Friday, or usually every Friday, and then I'm just floating around every one of the streams. And I should be making videos on my own channel, but I never do or get a chance to. But I'll tell you about that. I am. But other than that, I'm just floating around pretty much, and hopefully I should have actually Yara review this weekend, and I'll probably also do some unboxings if I have a chance this weekend as well too.
Awesome, man.
All
right, and we'll go to. Oh God, it's on me again. This was better in theory. You know what? No, we don't need. We're all kind of the host, co-host, and host's wife, so we don't need to go solo. Professor, tell everybody where they can find you and what you're going to be doing for the rest of the weekend.
Let's see. Over the weekend here, I've got Dadcast coming up on Saturday night. I missed Father's Day because of surprise family things going on and everything else, so I just didn't get a stream out there. I owe the fandoms an extra stream. I'm going to try to get an unboxing stream in this weekend. I've got a bunch of shit that I need to get that's been sitting next to my desk here for months that needs to go, so I'm going to try to run one. I might be solo. I'll see if anybody can show up. I was going to try and see if Diesel wanted to hang out. It's a bunch of Transformers and G.I. Joes, so we'll try to get those things opened up. I don't know if that will be tomorrow morning or Sunday morning. I haven't decided yet. I'll see how the rest of this night goes, and if I get some sleep. I did not get enough sleep last night. But other than that, I've got MSK Sunday night, and then I've got a bit of a break. I've got a debate stream coming up now that Devil Made Me Do It's back in the streaming game. He's gotten off of his break, so we've got a debate stream coming up for the Trump-Biden debate. That ought to be interesting to see if Biden's whatever drugs they've got Joe Biden on can keep him up for an hour and a half or however long that debate's supposed to go. I think that's going to be pretty exciting. So check us out on Wrong Think for that on Thursday the 27th. That's next week, but doing a little pre-promotion for that because I don't have yet. Next Thursday we'll be putting that one on, and then you'll find me here again on Rogues Gallery next Friday. And then I'll still be on here during the month of July doing the co-hosting thing, and I'll still be doing my co-hosting on Wrong Think in July with Devil and MSK stuff. But my stuff is going to take a break, and I might have to miss a show or two in some instances. I'll let you know, Iron, if there's anything I've got in July where I'm going to need a night off. We'll talk about that. But for the most part, I'm going to be working on getting my comics channel finally the fuck up with an intro and outro and any other sort of like video stuff that I need, where I'll be doing some live stream reviews, and I'll be doing some static video reviews of comic books. So Long Boxing is up on Rumble. I'm going to be getting it up on YouTube as part of all the work I'm doing next month. So just a lot of work on getting moved out of StreamYard and into Rumble Studio because I'm cheap and it's free.
I'm cheap and free too. Hi, everybody. All right. Well, we had a good show tonight. Be sure to subscribe to everybody on the panel's channels that have them, and you can catch this show out. We're going to stick to our new 5:30 schedule. That's 5:30 p.m. PST every Friday for the weekly Rogues Gallery with everybody you see here. We're also going to have some special surprise guests throughout, as long as we can keep this thing going. You can find me tomorrow at the Legion of Memers meme stream, I believe at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And throughout the week on different shows, MSK, I'll probably be joining over on Devil's Show for that debate stream that Professor had mentioned. But thanks everybody for checking out the show. Thanks to all of the panelists, and thanks and a massive apology to our producer, Jack, who tried to make this show run as smoothly as possible, and I kind of derailed it from the beginning, but we're a work in progress as always. Thanks for checking it out, and we'll see everybody again next week. Bye, everybody.
be back.